Here's how dealers do it. Dealers do it with what's called an envelope draft. It's accepted, meaning, and I don't even know if they use an envelope. They used to call it an envelope draft, which means that the envelope is a check, uh, and the check has stuff in it, transfers. And so when the lender gets it, they take the stuff out, execute the transfer, and then that check becomes negotiable. Every lender must have its own process. However, one of the ways to do it too is you can go to a dealer like JFR Cars, and I know they will handle a transaction for you. Now they have a consignment fee. However, a consignment fee they won't charge if they didn't sell the car, but they have a transaction fee for getting it all ready and doing the paperwork.
How much is it?
Now we used to tell people, we will say that in a sec. Remember, Mark, we used to tell people to go to cars.com. You both sign up.
No.
But they don't do it anymore.
It wasn't
Not Cars, excuse me. Blinker. Is Blinker still around, Mark? What are they doing?
They're not doing that, but they're still around.
But they
mostly deal with dealerships now. It's just a new model. It's just a different way of making money.
Okay, because Blinker used to do where you could go to Blinker and list your car, the other person would buy it, and they do all the paperwork.
I sold 2 cars that
way.
Wait,
it just does. I think they're still doing it, Mark. No, they're still doing it.
They're still.
Mark, I'm on their site right now. It says, with the award-winning technology, simple user experience, Blinker has created for all people to sell their cars with no fees or middlemen and earn thousands, and they earn thousands more versus trade-in. Mark,
maybe they relaunched.
I think where they changed is where they used to provide loans and all that. I don't know. All I know is this. According to Blinker right now, if you go on Blinker, you can sell your car. What you do is you hit sell. And then you put, where is it? Oh, yeah. They tell you how to do it. You download the app, and you simply, now really, this is the easiest way to do it. And it says, listen to this. Still got a loan? No problem. With Blinker, people can sell their car to another individual, even if they're still making payments. We pay off their loan and deposit any remaining balance from the sale back to their bank account. Mark, they're up and running again.
It looks like it.
So I would go to blinker.com and read about it. Then I would go get the app on his phone, have him do what it says. They have you go to the back of the car and take a picture of it. That automatically searches the plates, and it gives you the car info. And then the buyer can go on Blinker, okay? And then you two, both the buyer and the seller use Blinker, and they'll handle all of the paperwork.
See, but when I go to the app, it says not effective anymore.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't think they've updated the website to match the app. Unless they have a new app. I mean, I still have their old one. I'll check.
Yeah, see if they have a new app, because, I mean, this seems like one of the ways. Or I would pay a consignment fee, not a consignment percentage. You know, like they take a certain percent, but just a fee to a dealer who can handle the paperwork for you. It just takes finesse. Now, another way, where is this finance, Glenn? Oh, man.
You could get Mark Cranack would probably do it for an example for probably about $200. He just put the money in his account. He would do the title work, and then he'd just switch with.
Does he know how to do that?
Well, I can't imagine he doesn't.
You can do this, and if anybody else, okay, let's put it this way. If anyone else has done this privately without going through an app, let us know how you've done it. Because you're asking the person to pay you, but wait for the title. And that's a little sketchy. So I would imagine there has to be some kind of intermediary, and that's where Blinker used to come in. Hey, Sue, can you call Blinker to see if their app still works and if they still do this? Hold on, Glenn. You can listen, and we'll figure it out. Okay. I'm Tom Martino. Hold on now. Kat wants to talk about donating a puppy. Plus, guess what? Rocky Mountain IV Medics in the house for my monthly IV. More coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. The art of granite is the art of doing things right. The art of granite, we call it the art of granite, but they do any kind of countertops. Any kind. All right? Granite, marble, quartz, man-made stuff. They're direct stone importers. They also tear out and haul away free. They do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. Here's the greatest thing. Wholesale on all materials. And they can also do cabinets. And they'll give you a price on the phone. Really, call Mitch and his team. A price on the phone. Dependable. Wonderful. You can even get it done before the holidays. 303-771-3528. 303-771-3528. Mark, what about 888? What is so significant about that number?
Well, I'll tell you why. If you call there right now, here's what you can get. You can get a brand new furnace. Yep, it's that time of year. You can also get an air conditioner that matches, a whole home humidifier, 5 years to pay, 0% interest. You're not going to find a better deal thanks to 888heating.com.
This is for all my listeners who are understanding the struggles of paradise like I was. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, the pills, the creams, and all the potions.
I'm not going to look at his bullet points. He's got a new deal.
The groundbreaking event.
He's got a new deal.
Incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spot, advanced.
That's a good one down there. You've not done that before.
It's a little pinchy, but
Yeah, that part of the arm is a little more sensitive, but it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, here we go.
it'll be out of your way. You can bend your arm.
Do you think you can still find a vein, bro?
I can, absolutely.
You think so?
Innovate.
Like riding a bike.
But you got to do
How
it.
many times
Doctors don't do
did
that.
you let your nurses really do that?
They better know.
If you're an intern in a medical student, you do thousands of them.
I know, but you didn't do it.
That was 94 years ago.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying riding a
But
bike.
did you do it as a doctor?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
For what?
Didn't you have a nurse?
Sometimes it's just easier to do it
It
yourself.
was different back then. For sure.
Doctors did more than they do now.
When you first started, seriously, Doc, how many male nurses were there?
Very few.
Like in your
But
residence?
listen to this. He would have been, he says that whole industry's gone out of business because women want women, right, Doc?
Oh, yeah. But these are not male nurses.
No, I know, but we're talking about OBGYNs. What do you think the percentage of male versus female now?
Well, it's funny. Suzanne just had Kaiser will send out, okay, you have your yearly coming up. And she called up, and they literally, the first thing they asked is, do you want a female or male doctor?
Right.
And she said female, but if you don't have one available quick,
It's
a male's
probably
fine.
95 to 5 right now.
Hold on, male, female, what do you call them, OBGYNs?
Yeah. I bet it's 95 to 5.
Yeah, but I bet that was reversed when you came
Oh,
out of school.
absolutely.
Okay, 59%. I thought it would be more. 59% are women, and the rest.
No. But what he's saying is which one women prefer. Oh, saying 95% they prefer women, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not saying there's not male OBGYNs out
No,
there.
but he's saying that they're dying breed.
And that makes sense.
Especially
Do you
nowadays.
need me?
Do you want a shot now, or do you want me to wait until the next?
Pretty soon there'll be robots.
Just wait a couple minutes, and then I'll take it.
I'm not kidding.
What percentage of women prefer
Female OBGYN.
How about taking advantage of historic low rates, high appraisal, refinancing with ideal home loans can substantially lower your monthly payments, or you may have some equity. Either way, ideal.
Oh.
What's it say?
It says overall,
Because I know the
8% preferred a male.
Well, there you go.
Hold on. 50% preferred a female. 41% didn't care.
That's because they're lying.
So you don't have to restart.
But an actual preference was 50 for women, 40 didn't care.
But the one that's 8 for men is your telling number there. There's your telling number.
7,000. Equal opportunity lender regulated by your NMLS 136.
And 2% prefer transgender. I'm just kidding.
No wonder I couldn't see my friend.
Okay, so that call last week, did anybody else think about this? They couldn't get the car loan change because they transgendered and had a new legal name. Remember this one?
I remember that one, yeah.
Here was the part that blew me away about it. You know how old that caller was? They just transgendered, full operation, and changed their name legally.
43.
73 years old.
What?
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK.
713-8255. You know, real estate is not slowing down in the market right now. It usually slows down now till the first of the year or spring, but it's brisk. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, is available to help you with a free market valuation of your home. It's detailed, complete photos, measurements. He never asks for anything in return. There's no obligation. Maybe you might be thinking of selling. He'll let you know what he thinks it's worth. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. So I'm getting my IV today. We'll talk about that in a little while. I'm all hooked up. I'm getting done here. What's the matter, Mark?
That always freaks me out.
Why?
I don't know. It looks like a bag of urine connected to you.
Don't say that. It's vitamins and stuff.
I know.
Good stuff.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a great therapy.
Talib loved it last time.
Oh, my God, he loved it. Talib, you're not up for it, right? Anyway, Kat, what's going on?
Well, I wanted to, I raised golden retrievers, purebred golden retrievers, and I wanted to thank law enforcement or veterans for all that they do. And I wanted to donate a golden retriever puppy that's ready to go this week. I have male puppies left, and I wanted to donate it to a veteran or a law enforcement family. And
what
I wanted
a very nice gesture, Kat. What a very nice gesture.
I love them.
And I don't know why you would have the name Kat if you're raising dogs, but okay. Hey, Kat, how long you been doing golden retrievers?
I've been doing golden retrievers for about 10 years, but I've been raising dogs for over 30 years.
You know, they're the cutest puppies in the world. Oh, my God, they're the cutest. Anyway.
They are.
The one you have ready to go, how old is the one you have ready to go?
By Colorado law, they have to be at least 8 weeks old, and they are as of Wednesday. They come with their first shots, their dewormed, their vet checked.
Do you have a pic you can send us?
I do. What would be a number or?
No, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you right off the air. We'll give it to you, and then you send it.
Perfect.
And we'll work on getting this to a veteran or a military. Did you say a veteran or a law enforcement family?
I think she said first responder.
Or first responder family, right?
Are they ACA?
And we'll donate that. Excuse me. We'll do the background for you to make sure they are who they say they are.
Do they get papers?
I don't register them with full registration anymore, but if that's
good. I'm glad that you don't, but they are 100%.
Yeah, they're 100%. I can show them pedigrees if that's what
I'm curious why you said that. Why did you say you're glad?
Because it discourages breeding.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyway, and selling. Kat, tell me, your puppies, any particular reason golden retrievers? They make great assistance dogs. I know that.
The doe.
I've had so many go to become service dogs, and they want to please you. All they want to do is love you, and they're just fur balls, just full of love.
When I was a younger man, I had a golden retriever. His name was Ralph. Yeah, he was a great little dog. But my roommate, we were in college, he would let him sip his beer, and I hated that. And then he taught him to sit on the bar stool with him, and he
that's kind of cool, though.
It was cool, but okay. And he didn't get drunk, really. But the dog thought it was natural to sit at the bar and drink with him. They'd put a bowl of water up there for him, and it was cool. He would take pictures. We didn't have Instagram back then. I'll tell you what, Suze, get a picture for Kat and get Kat's information too, so we can make sure we got someone legit. Then we'll try to place this baby for her, and who knows, this might make a great gift for Christmas. Now, by the way, I'm not encouraging gifts for Christmas being dogs. That's a very, very, very sketchy thing. I'm talking about if you're parents for your kids. I'm not talking about giving it to somebody.
You know what we should do? We should do the handoff in here. We should have...
Let's do that, Mark.
That'll be cool.
That would be a great idea if Kat would allow us to do it. Kat, what part of town are you in?
I'm up in Greeley, and I would be glad to come down.
All right. You know, but if you do, we got to make sure we keep the major's grubby mitts off him because they've been known to have more than 1 or 2 dogs at a time. They just love animals, but they make a great home too. But they're not first responders. I would say if we had to rank them, Mark would be maybe 75th on the responding list. All right. Now, Marsha, talk about this illegal eviction. What's going on?
Well, I've been in the Tuscan Heights for about a year now, and
wait. You're talking about you've been in what? Where?
The Tuscan Heights apartments.
Oh, Tuscan Heights. Gotcha. And what's going on, Marsha? What's going on with Tuscan Heights?
So, ever since I've been here, I'm on Section 8, so I only pay like $100 and some a month. But if I have received like 5 10-day notices since I've been here, and they all be saying like $1,700. This one I just got, and they gave me a notice to quit, and also walked in my door and hand delivered me some court papers.
Now wait a minute, I got to ask some questions here, Marsha. How long have you lived there?
1 year. A year.
Okay. Have you ever missed rent?
I have in the past.
Okay, but did you make it up, Marsha? I need to know if you made up the rent.
No, I haven't made up. I haven't really even been past due. They've been.
No.
Here's what's going on.
Have you ever, Marsha?
I have not been past due.
Okay, so Marsha, you've never missed a payment past due ever.
The recent one is this month, last month. That's it.
So you did not make October's rent,
which was only $170 some.
You did not make October's rent. I need to know a yes or no.
I did not make October's rent.
Okay, that's why they're evicting you.
But here's what I'm saying is, why are you putting notes? If you were to be putting exactly what I owe you, I can understand that. But every month, ever since I've been here.
Wait, they've given you a note every single month?
Not every month. It's like I've received 5 of them since I've been here. Okay. When I take them to the office, they tell me, well, that's no good. One of them is tore up. I keep every last one because how are you guys going to keep
Marsha, right now, let's talk about right now.
Right now.
Yeah. How much do they say you owe right now?
They say I owe $2,600.
How are they figuring that?
I went to Section 8. I go to court on the 3rd.
Okay.
I went to Section 8, and she's like, she don't understand half this stuff either. When I went to Brighton, where the court is,
you don't understand. If Section 8 pays your rent, and you only pay $100 a month, or roughly, how can you owe $2,600?
And I went and got a ledger last week.
Yeah.
And the ledger got more than that, $2,900.
Can you send us that ledger so we could look at it? Maybe take a picture with your phone?
Or should we put like a Deputy Marty on it to look at it?
I think if we look at the ledger, we can figure it out.
Hold on. Suze, let's start out there with the ledger. Okay? 303-713-TALK, and take it from there. And then we'll talk to Rocky Mountain IV Medics. I want to mention...
Let's do it quickly, too, Suzanne, because she's looking at getting booted.
Yeah. Waterpros.net. Remember that website, waterpros.net. You know, as we come on to the holidays and a new year, Isn't it wonderful that we have someone who can sell the best water systems in the world for the lowest prices? Computerized, low maintenance, under $2,000, fully installed in your home for softening or purification. Water fountains under $1,000.
This. I hate apartment complexes. Here's why. Look. Here's Tuscan Heights. We know it's all Section 8.
Yeah.
Here's what it looks like. Now, do you think in 1,000,000 years that's what it looks like? Never.
I think that's what it looked like when it opened.
I don't. I think that is 100%. And they don't have to put with their shit. They're not saying this is an actual apartment. This, no way, Jack.
It's just the background picture.
The one that got me, it was a hoarding one I showed up to on site during the show.
I remember that.
And I looked it up, and it looked like this. I'm like, oh, this is a nice place. When I got there, man, the fucking, like, front doors hanging off, it just total junk. All right, I got to get out of here early today.
You do? You have Master Rooter, right?
No, it's not right now.
You see why everyone is raving about their brand new fries. Natural cut, skin on with a hint of sea salt and guaranteed to be hot and crispy or they'll replace them. You know, the way fries should be.
So you like that idea?
I actually appreciated it. It worked. It worked out.
Let's talk about
solar systems. Do they really work? Of course they do. You know, a lot of people moved away from solar systems because they weren't getting the service they need. What I love about GenesisSolarCO.com is it's backed by Genesis Total Exteriors, Mark Szymanski, and a manufacturer that promises to warrant your system for 25 years. GenesisSolarCO.com. The other thing I love about it is that they guarantee the production for 25 years. Find out more. Get an evaluation of your home to see if it's right for solar and how much they can guarantee. And just for calling and getting this set up, you get a free Yeti cup, which is like a $30 or $40 value. It's a wonderful insulated cup. Get your evaluation off-site. They don't even have to visit. 303-474-4317. 474-4317, GenesisSolarCO.com.
All right, it's time again for Troubleshooter Trivia. What company's been on the referral list 15 years, does 100% free estimates to your home for any plumbing need in the Denver metro area, has a guaranteed lowest prices, and on top of that, owns their own excavation company? Well, if you said Master Rooter Plumbing, you're right. Put this number in your phone, 720-434-3406, Master Rooter Plumbing on referrallist.com.
Paying too much for Medicare? Do you wish it included more coverage
No, I just feel
cost-free benefits?
I always feel it less
Healthcare
in the
invites you
shop.
to a free seminar.
Oh,
Medicare
I think it's metered better.
Bright Healthcare believes Medicare should be
doesn't.
simple,
You're
personal,
going right in the
and
vein, you get
affordable.
all of it.
These free seminars will show you how to get all the coverage of original Medicare, plus extra benefits, like $600 a year in rebates, comprehensive dental through Delta Care USA, a free Silver Sneakers membership, and much more.
Dan got his silver sneakers.
So find free seminars near you by texting the word
That,
Colorado
he
to
wants that system. That's not the right
526.
system for him.
Don't miss your chance.
Well,
to
maybe
talk
it is.
to
Oh,
the
look,
experts.
Blinker won't go live till next year.
Get all the Medicare benefits.
See it on the screen?
There's no cost or obligation. But
And they're
space
just
is
partnering
limited.
with Auto Trader.
Get it
Funny
done.
part is Auto Trader virtually does all of that already, so I don't understand that.
Yep, they don't do the payoffs.
I bet they're doing, no, Auto Trader does all of that. I bet they're walking in with the financing part of it to do the loan parts and make money on the money.
It's possible to work with a one-stop shop for all of your home ownership needs. You've just got to call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans. Hey, it's Ross, and I love American Financing because they pair you with a salary-based mortgage consultant, so you get a custom loan designed around your needs, and you have guidance every step of the way. Whether it's your first,
Your sound on video, on YouTube are out of sync. Mouths and sound don't match.
It is a no-pressure experience.
Shut your eyes.
On you, and they never charge you. So what are you waiting for?
If you knew which way, I can show you how you can actually fine-tune that.
Okay, we're behind. The mouths are.
If you're watching, does it look behind? Because first of all, we got to make sure it's not just that dude's computer.
No, come look. You can see it. Well, I can see it, but see, now you're not talking.
That's all right, but you could see it.
Right.
Let me show you. So go to just VMix, and then which mic are we talking about?
We're talking about this mic right here, studio audio.
And
we're talking about both mics.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but okay. So go to settings and whichever mic. Yep. That one's right. Yeah, that would be right. Then here's your delay. So you just fuck with it.
Got it. Got it. That's cute.
Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact,
Shannon, I thought you disappeared forever again. It's good to see you, man.
take advantage of our cash out refi program with high rate credit cards, car loans, interest rate debt. We're finally making those home improvements you've been on hold for so long.
Say something else, man.
Say something else, Mark. How about if
One day I was driving down the street and I thought I saw you walking, and I turned around. I finally realized. Did you ever see me pass you and wonder, was that Tom? Because did you?
Did he have a shopping cart?
You were walking, and I was wondering. You don't walk a lot, do you? You're just maybe some homeless guy. Sorry. It's the street right up from Happy Canyon, across Hampton.
Because, I've been doctors over there, so I might have done something and walked up the street. Yeah.
It was way up Happy Canyon, then you cross Hampton and up that street. That's a long way. You walk that far?
It's across from that bar.
Okay.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I am here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Remember, as we think about renewal, Renew Home Innovations has beautiful bathroom renovations, starting with the shower or tub shower combination. Beautiful big showers in place of that old tub. Those big rectangle showers with no threshold, so it's great for people with disabilities or not. And they can put in benches and grab bars and soap dishes wherever you want them. They're all custom made, and that is renewhomeinnovations.com. Special pricing for veterans, first responders, and seniors. 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000. renewhomeinnovations.com. So now, by the way, Glenn, on the selling your car privately, we found out that blinker.com won't go live till 2022. So really, I would ask Rodney over at JFR Cars if they would do it.
Really, just a title commitment. I know a lot of attorneys do them as well. I just don't know how much they charge for it.
It's just it's not expensive. It just can be a problem because there's a lot of moving balls when you're juggling balls and juggling whatever.
Well, with an attorney and a title commitment, you send the money. I just went through it with RV.
Okay, so you did do it.
Yeah,
okay.
So you send the money to the attorney. The attorney then takes it, pays off the bank, whatever the bank is owed. Then the attorney gets the title, and the owner gets the additional amount.
So what you're saying, Mark, is that the attorney is acting as an intermediary.
The agent.
Okay, got it. 303-713-TALK. Jennifer, what's happening? Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
My ex-husband, after 10 years of divorce, decided to stop paying child support because he just didn't want to anymore.
Now, were we able, Suzanne, to get information for her on her husband's driver? What did you need to know? Did you want to put if you let the state know, the child support agency, don't they
They're aggressive.
Don't they take his license?
Well, they're supposed to, but they won't give me any information because it's personal information of his. But there's a clause in our divorce decree that says that his visitation is supposed to stop as a punishment as well.
Really?
But I don't.
That's very
I don't
unusual.
Doesn't that punish the kids?
Well, that's very unusual. You actually have that as part of your divorce decree?
Yeah, well, because he was not a very good person, so I wanted to make sure there were punishments in place to make him do the right thing.
How old are the kids?
They're all teenagers right now.
Well, okay. I mean, wouldn't that still be up to them if they want to?
No, but Mark, not if it's in the divorce decree. She gets to do it.
I'm just going, how do you stop a 16 or 17-year-old, Tom, from seeing their father or mother if they want to? That's all.
Hey, listen, Jennifer, what you're asking is, you want to know, did they do anything to his driver's license?
Correct.
So, Tom, I checked with our angel who does our great background checks for us, and the background checks that he does not offer that information. He thought you could go to the DMV in Lakewood and get a form filled out, but they don't allow that anymore. So I was just going to start asking for listener help.
Let's start with Bonnie Shields. Let's just, or
Can she run a driver's license?
No,
that's what she needs to know.
How about this?
I think we have Harris Law in tomorrow.
Yeah, but she needs to know if her husband's driver's license is good or not.
But she also wants her support, and maybe we can get you some help there. Jennifer, did you know, on a side note, that you can convert any past child support due to a judgment?
No, I did not know that.
And it does not, listen to this. Here's what's wonderful about it. It doesn't take any kind of major lawsuit or anything. It's almost automatic. You show the amount due and the parenting plan or the divorce decree, and they convert it to a judgment. Once you convert it to a judgment, we get it to a collection attorney or can tell you how to do it. And what they do is they send out information and to him, and if he doesn't answer, he's put in jail.
Wow.
They don't fool around with him. That's why we do have a system for past child support, but it all starts with a judgment. Let's talk about.
Wait a minute. How much does this guy owe? How many months back?
It's over $8,000 right now.
No, not dollars. Months.
4.
This says in Colorado, license suspensions are triggered after non-custodial parent owes 6 months of past due child support while paying less than 50% of their monthly support obligations each month.
Okay, so it's 6 months.
That's in Colorado.
But listen, it doesn't matter. We can still do a judgment. So here's what I want to do. I want to get you back on tomorrow with Rich Harris. Suze, can you schedule this for Rich Harris tomorrow? And let's talk about it. Okay, Steven's got a problem with car insurance. Steven, what's going on?
Yes, hi. Back in September, I was in an accident that was caused by the other driver.
Okay.
But the insurance company has all the information. First of all, they lost my policy. They lost my claim. I've been with them for about.
When was this
years.
accident?
It was up on 104th and Washington.
When?
It was September 15th.
Okay. And were you cited for not having insurance?
No, I was not. I have insurance. No.
Okay.
The other guy got all the ticket.
And what is your question or concern right now?
Well, right now is the insurance company has all the paperwork. They have the ticket. They have all the
What insurance company? His insurance company?
Yeah, his insurance. Well, we both have the same insurance company. The individual that ran into me.
Who's his insurance company?
I have the same insurance. And what's happening is the
Stephen. Who is the insurance company?
It's Allstate.
Well, that's why they suck. Now, what are they doing right now?
I've heard
so
that.
They have all the information, but they're not paying a dime. So hold on, and let's give you some ammunition coming up.
Now,
Yeah, we just dropped off there, so.
We just dropped off.
This report is
No,
sponsored
drop
by
all
Lowe's.
state.
Oh, God.
It's pretty unusual to see such a good drive on
Okay.
area highways right now. No
The audio can't take a delay.
traffic on
Can you
I-25
introduce a
across
delay to the
I-70
camera?
or any of our major highways right now.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to log into the camera. You know how to log into the camera. I've never looked for that setting.
No, I'm talking about, it would have to be here.
Or anything.
In other words, we have to be able to, just like you can.
Why won't the audio take a delay?
The audio will take a delay, but it's already behind. So
Oh,
we
it's the
can't
opposite.
Can't delay it anymore, right. So if we could.
Is it on the board one or is it on the mic up there?
They all do the same thing.
Yeah, but usually, but don't they usually don't do it?
Do we have a spot? No, they're never.
Amazing.
Okay.
Now, through November 24th, Lowe's, the new home for pros. So to fix it simply and affordable. I can type it, but I'm on the phone doing the fix it
Simply affordable.
Upgrade that old ring you already have.
Oh,
There's no better time than now. As
About
Decorative
half a
Story Platinum purchase, earn the up to
I'm gonna look at it.
$100 towards your next
I'm going to see if it bothers me.
We know
Because when it happens on TV, it bothers me.
of metals, platinum.
That's money band.
But I don't want to fuck something that's
Jewelry,
running.
everything is platinum.
So come find your next Decorative Platinum piece at our love. Go up now to Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
But hurry, this limited time offer ends December 31st.
Only at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Denver's exclusive Decorative jeweler. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
You know, you can right now make sure that your furnace is in tip-top shape. Get it cleaned and adjusted, all for $39. It's like a refurbishment. The important thing about doing it now is it's not really, really frigid and cold. So if you do find a problem, you're not rushed or under pressure. FixMyHome.com, fix it 24/7, will, for people who've never had this done, do a complete cleaning and adjusting for just $39. Listen, that's less than you pay for coffee in a month. $39, FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939. You know what I love about Simply Floors? Mark, what do you love about? Do you love how Buddy and Karen Mitchell, they're the gurus.
Price, the best price.
But how about Buddy's knowledge? If you want to know, what should I put here?
Yeah, he's a blast at parties. He knows everything there is to know about flooring.
And it really is cool, whether it be hardwood or engineered or luxury vinyl tile. They even have waterproof carpet. Whatever that you want, they will help you with, and at better prices, as Mark said, and a better experience. Simply Floors Inc. is where you make your own appointment. SimplyFloorsInc.com. You know, Kurt Rogers is a friend, and he runs Affordable Interest Mortgage. The reason I really love this company is because of how he does business. He has conventional loans, VA loans, FHA loans, all the normal loans. But then he has some unique loans that are really good, like the liquid loan. That's a line of credit, not a regular loan. And then what you do is it pays off your first. You pay simple interest. You can pay that down or borrow from it anytime you want. In fact, it's coupled to a checking account. So when you write a check, it automatically comes off your equity. And when you put money in that account, it automatically pays down your balance. But the money's always available to you. That's called the liquid loan. Then he has the fix-up loan. You buy the house. They put money aside to fix up the house. The appraisal is based on the fixed-up house. Yeah, and you get to mortgage the improvements. Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500. 720-895-0500. AIMortgage.net.
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in. Yes.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture.
I don't find any issue with it.
Mark, with what?
Indeed you do.
How come I get this thing in waves? DNAD in waves.
Move it around and it's
I move around.
And get $75 towards your first month.
thing has to happen too.
What you doing now?
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived.
Is it going to be that fast?
With Dell Tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends.
So, from your experience, how long does that take?
Get incredible savings on Windows
You're going
11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started
So the
by
video
contacting your Dell
and then the
Technologies
sound.
advisor today
No,
at
hold on, let me see it.
877.
I disagree with you. I think it's opposite, bro.
I've already done it. In other words, I increased it.
But I had one woman, not you. It wasn't here. It was someone else doing IT or
Where you
something.
had that,
She pulled it out. It started filling up.
The audio is coming after
She came out of the artery or the vein.
Oh, okay, that would be delayed then. So right now you have 0 delay.
You talked about taking a bathtub out and putting a shower in. What company is that?
Okay, Renew Home Renovation.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
904-2000.
Yep, yep.
One of the best things about my radio show.
Did you look and just see?
Mark, go look up Amendment 78 when you get a chance.
Okay.
Hello, I'm consumer advocate.
Just for the hell of it.
You know the expert I call for roofing advice is Excel Roofing, the first roofer on referralist.com 25 years ago. I know I can rely on Excel's advice when listeners call with roof problems. When I need a new roof, I use Excel. You should too. In business since 1993, with more than 36,000 satisfied customers. Excel ensures
Totally out of me. First, I went to Rocky Mountain.
Excel also
Didn't care. They help. They truly help with the steroid, but and then it helped. Then they did physical therapy. And then what else? What else? What else?
Problems start, especially when they don't show up or do bad.
I mean everything.
You don't pay a cent until you're content.
That's a negative.
I do want to talk to you, so don't run right after you get that.
But how are we going to check on that?
That was part of it, just to get you on.
No, but we're not on that video. You want to do it on the video we're on.
Hey, Tom Martino here, almost done with my IV already, Rocky Mountain IV Medics. We'll talk to them. Okay, now listen, we got a lot to talk about, but I want to get Smarty Marty on with a follow-up that he has. 303-713 Talk Smarty Marty. Welcome, Smarty. What's happening? And Elena, let me get her on. Elena's on, and let's talk about the problem first with the background. What was the original problem here with Elena? And this was a 2020 Ford Explorer, right? And you couldn't get it. Yeah, you bought it from a Michigan dealer. They screwed up the title. You couldn't get it registered. You went 6 or 7 times. And so then you changed your name because you went through a gender change and a name change at the same time. And they were giving you all kinds of trouble. Smarty Marty, what were you able to do? This guy, he's 73. Did you get it taken care of for him? Yeah. All right. Hey, Alana, good news, huh?
Hey, Shannon, pull out Tom's dinger.
Yes, pull out my dinger. Now, Alana, I got a question for you. Really, I'm curious if you don't mind.
Right?
You're 73.
Yes. I just have to ask something. At 73, you decided to go through a gender change. Is this something you wanted to do all of your life?
Yes, it's something that I've struggled with since I was 4 or 5 years old.
Can I ask something? Like when you say struggled with, I am so happy I have someone I can ask questions to without people thinking I'm trying to convict someone one way or the other. So when you say struggled, did you look at little girls and think that's what I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, I look at my mother, my sisters, and it's like, that's what I should be, not like my father or my brother.
Now, a lot of people, Elena, a lot of people say, I'm not sure if it's true, I'm just saying, a lot of people say this happens sometimes to boys growing up in a heavily matriarchal family or a lot of strong females. Do you think, equal influence from male and female?
Yes.
So
was
you don't
very
think
equitable.
you do not think it was environmental?
No, I feel that this happens when you are conceived or shortly thereafter. The only way I've been able to explain it to myself or family and friends is that helical ladder that makes up our genome.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is the exact reason, but, you know, as those little rungs of the ladder connect together, they determine how tall you're going to be.
Yeah, they determine everything. Eyes. That's right.
And what I think happened is it came down, it gave me the physical body of a male, but internally that of a female.
Now, Elena, were you ever married?
Yes, I've been married 3 times.
And did you think it was just the right thing to do?
Well, I went through conversion therapy because that's what my parents and the medical field thought was right back in the 50s.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? They tried to talk you out of it?
Yeah, and whatever it takes, physically, emotionally, they do whatever they can to correct any of the...
In other words, to try to get you to be a boy or a man, right?
Yep.
I find you fascinating. We're out of time, but Elena, we had just a couple more questions, if you don't mind. I just truly believe it's educational. That's up to you, though. You can stick around. Plus, what about denied a dental claim, Amendment 78, a problem with car insurance, and all of that coming up. I'm Tom Martino. Stick around. Don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. And my magazine, the latest one at 303consumer.com.
Like Talib was saying, if Dad did that in the 50s, that's fucking shock treatment and shit.
Yes.
That's like they show you a picture of a guy and then fucking jolt you. I'm going to put the pictures of the puppies up when you can.
You talking about aversion therapy, Mark?
What's that?
It's not aversion therapy, right?
From the 50s.
Yes, it is. I thought he was saying conversion, like converting to a woman. He didn't mean that.
No. He meant like they sent him to some weird camp somewhere.
We need a troubleshooter puppy.
Did you see the pictures?
I want to see.
She's actually got 2. So she's like, she only mentioned the one.
I told you the majors are dangerous.
No, we're not getting. But a troubleshooter puppy, that's different
If
than
I
a
was
major
gonna get a
puppy.
Stephanie and I already know what we're getting.
God, they are cute.
Bermudoodle when we're ready.
I emailed you the video of the puppy.
What a boo-boo dog. What is it?
Bermudoodle.
It's like they made it up last week.
Yeah, they did.
A Bermudoodle.
They did make it up last week. Oh my God. I know. They are the cutest little boogers.
You know, dogs are cool though. They can like stay cute, be cute. Cats, like once they're out of that,
I love cats.
They go from kitten to cat quick.
Why would you want to say that doesn't listen to you?
Yeah, I know. I love cats though. You know what's cool? When you go on vacation, you just fill their bowl up. Everything's cool.
So I sent you pictures and video too of puppies.
ABC's Karen Travers traveling with the president in Glasgow.
He said the scientists here feel we have a great window before us. That time enough to actually take action that can reverse these trends is rapidly narrowing. He said that this must be the kickoff of a decade of ambition and innovation. That climate change is not a hypothetical threat. It's ravaging the world and destroying people's lives and livelihoods.
On Wall Street, energy stocks making solid gains as oil prices rose. Students returning to classrooms, learning again, wearing masks, passing through disinfection tunnels through Baghdad. This is ABC News. France using an opportunity at the G20 summit this past weekend to address the sub-snub.
French President Emmanuel Macron accusing Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison of lying to him about their multi-billion-dollar submarine deal. Australia eventually canceled, opting instead to strike a deal with the U.S. and UK. Morrison responding by denying he had lied to Macron, with Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce suggesting
I can say
France
so about
overreacted
12:30 if that
saying,
works.
quote, "We did
Yeah,
not agree
yeah,
to
we'll get you in right away.
This was Macron and Morrison's first meeting since the deal was scrapped. Inez Delecatera, ABC News, Paris.
Passengers' patience truly tested. After thousands of airline flights were canceled this weekend, hundreds more canceled today. American Airlines with most of the weather and staffing-related issues. 3 hotel workers in Egypt are facing accusations that they poisoned nearly 50 tourists at a Red Sea resort. Prosecutors say the workers, including the hotel's top chef, have been arrested and are denying the charges. Bill Lipoff, ABC News.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main points. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
That part is super important.
Here's one with a booming voice.
I'm emphasizing everything.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance.
Like a page with every word highlighted.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You know what I think I just did? What? Use an old pod to make coffee, man.
Is it
weak? Yeah.
I've done that before, Mark. It made me fucking sick.
Now I'm debating, like,
No.
you can't drink it.
Yeah, just throw it out. It's not worth it. And you did mine really well, except I like the tiny.
Of cream?
No. Of coffee.
Oh, I thought you meant cream.
K-How News Time, 11:03. Healthcare providers in Colorado are gearing up to vaccinate younger kids against COVID-19 in the coming days. Dr. Richard Zane with UC Health says parents shouldn't worry.
Please rest assured that the experience that adults have had, which has been incredibly positive, is the same experience that your kids will have. It's a safe vaccine, it's effective, and it may save someone's life.
A CDC panel is meeting tomorrow to talk about greenlighting the Pfizer vaccine from 5 to 11 age group. The FDA has already given its blessing for an emergency use authorization. Broncos snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 17-10 win over Washington yesterday. Running back Melvin Gordon says the team's to recover from this bad stretch.
Our record definitely shouldn't be what it is, but it is what it is. So we put ourselves in a hole, and it's our job to climb out of it.
Broncos next game Sunday at Dallas, winners of 6 straight. And the Colorado marijuana dispensary Native Roots is offering 1-cent joints to customers who come in and showed their I voted sticker. The deal is good through tomorrow.
Right around the corner.
20 Colorado locations. It's a joint per customer. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the DuckDuckGo Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. As you're driving around Denver on the highways, you should be looking at a nice flow of traffic, really, both directions of I-25 up to full speed. No reported trouble spots on 225, C470, or across 6th Avenue. Now on I-70, we're looking good, even through that construction zone. If you are east of I-25, between 270 and I-25, things are moving along quite well. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a slight chance for a rain-snow mix and a high of 44 today. Tonight's low 25. 40% chance for rain-snow mix tomorrow with a high of 44. Currently it's 38. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin. 6:30, Hey How. Avoid the gridlock of having to sort through hundreds of resumes to find great people. Indeed's hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. To find your next great hire, visit Indeed.com/credit.
Frank Durant, the real estate man with RE/MAX Alliance. He is a certified negotiation expert, and he knows how to aggressively market your home.
With our specialized marketing knowledge, we aggressively implement the most advanced, innovative, and proactive marketing plan you will find anywhere.
For all things real estate, do not hesitate to call 303-920-1622 or get tips online at frankduranttherealestateman.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 6:30 KO. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
It's your chance to win $1,000.
Did you hear that they traded Von Miller?
Yeah.
What the hell? Why did they do that? Money thinks they don't need him?
Yeah.
Who'd they trade him for?
I know he's not having a good year.
Oh, yeah, I watched him have
You
some
traded him
pretty
yesterday
decent.
or today?
He just saw the second ago.
Oh, that's not going to help him. The call-up having Biden.
You didn't want that forever. I don't know why.
Hey, I'm Tom Hart to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by Rocky Mountain. Hey, listen, IVmedics.com. I just have my IV done, and I feel like $1 million. Actually, about $6 million with inflation. I had just all kinds of stuff put in me. Glutathione, I love. I'm not sure exactly what that does, but I hear everybody says.
Sounds good.
And then, of course, all the vitamins and stuff. I love the hydration, and it does last me. I don't know. Now, a lot of people say, well, Tom, hydration doesn't last but a few days. But truly, the benefits do, because I have the NAD, which is more of is it a coenzyme or enzyme? It's a thing the cell lives on. And then we have the other stuff. Anyway.
Andrea, what's your most popular?
Andrea's with Rocky Mountain IV Medics, a registered nurse, right? Weren't you a nurse in your former life, or you are?
I was a nurse.
Yeah. And where did you nurse?
I was at Northern Colorado Medical Center in Greeley, and then I was a surgical nurse.
Yeah. So what he wants you to put that mic closer to you.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so you go around with other IV medics who are either paramedics or they're nurses and EMTs. They're professional. They go and administer this. How does it work now? I always tell people they can text or they can call. So if you does the text go out to everyone? How does that work?
No, it goes to our dispatch first, and then they send it out in an app where
like an Uber.
Like an Uber. Yeah.
And so then whoever's closest picks it up.
Correct.
So is it possible? I always say you could possibly get same day, same hour sometimes. Is that possible?
Most of the time, that's what we do is last minute calls.
What are most of the calls you're getting right now?
We have a lot of sickness right now. Of course, over the weekend with Halloween, we had a lot of hangovers that we treated. So.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what about COVID?
Yes, COVID, we're seeing a major spike in COVID, so we've been treating a lot of those patients as well.
And it gets people over the hump with COVID, by the way. It's not, it's not unusual. I mean, if you went to the hospital, you get IV therapy. And then they have all kinds of stuff, D3, zinc, all that kind of stuff. And hangovers, migraines. What else? Just vitamin deficiency. Do you have a lot of regulars like me?
I do, yeah. I have some regulars who are weekly, monthly.
Weekly?
Yes, monthly
wow.
is the most common one. But I do have weekly clients as well.
That's incredible. Anyway, if it's prescribed by a doctor, and I know this is probably something your bosses are going to say, don't answer it. But do you know, does anyone ever get it covered by insurance?
Insurance does not cover the vitamin therapy, but we do take HSA and FSA accounts.
Okay, that's a thought. All right, so that's money you put away in your account, and that's Rocky Mountain IVmedics.com, and it's 720-987-2155.
Do you have companies like, I don't know, that maybe are having
an IV day?
Yeah, like a monthly meeting, and you'll show up and give 10 people a bag of
that's a
vitamins?
good point. Do you ever do IV parties?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of them this weekend with Halloween, so... Yeah.
Very cool. And then...
Like, I was thinking, like, the day after the Super Bowl, you have all these people that were up late, partying a little. You want to get your employees back.
Didn't you say, or was it the other guy that was in? He goes to truck stops?
Yeah, I've done a couple parking lot deals.
Wow.
Yes, we come anywhere.
So like these over-the-road truckers find out about it, and they come right to the big rig, have it done. Isn't that weird? I mean, not weird. It's cool. Anyway, and offices, how many places of work do you go as opposed to homes?
Most of them are in homes, but we do go to offices too.
Yeah. And then is this the only studio you go to?
Yes.
How about clients as far as numerous times? You have anybody that gets it done weekly?
Yeah, she just said that. Can you believe it?
Weekly.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway.
I think Andrea is just so nice and so friendly. People just want to hang out with her.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Let's hang out. 303-713-TALK. Thank you, Andrea. You're welcome to stick around if you want in case people have questions or not. I understand. Now, Elena was kind enough to stick around. Elena, we helped with a car problem thanks to Smarty Marty. Smarty Marty was able to help. Elena was going through a gender change during her transition. She changed her name, and it screwed up getting her new car titled. Anyway, Smarty Marty got through the red tape and helped with the forms, and Elena now can get that car titled. But I beg the question, out of really, truly a thirst for knowledge, nothing else, I wanted to know why Elena at 73 wanted a gender change, and she said she went through her whole life knowing she just didn't feel right from the time she was 4 or 5 years old. I asked if it was environmental, and she said no, she had a strong male presence and female presence, but she just didn't feel right. And she was married 3 times. Elena, you were married 3 times to women, right? 3 times?
Yes.
And you just knew it wasn't right? I mean, or did it fail for all the normal reasons marriages fail?
Well, I've been divorced twice and widowed once.
Okay.
And,
now, Elena,
the divorces were not related to my being transgendered. It was other reasons that
Did your
up.
spouses, did any of the 3 spouses you have know how you felt?
All 3 of them did.
Did they accept it?
I don't know how well the first one accepted it, but my second and third wife, they kind of looked at it like they had a husband and a female friend at the same time.
Elena,
children?
Elena, do you have children, Elena?
Yes.
How do your children feel about your change?
All but one of them have accepted it. The one is struggling very much with it.
Now, Elena, I have another question to ask. You said something about conversion therapy. Back in the day, they called it gender dysphoria. It was classified as a mental illness, and people treated it with conversion therapy. Did they do shock therapy on you?
No, I did not have shock therapy.
Okay. What kind of therapy?
But I had fairly extreme physical and emotional correction.
Oh, my God. When you say physical, did they discipline you physically? Corporal punishment?
Yes.
So,
could you give an example of how it went down?
That was considered okay back in the day.
Okay, so during your life, you knew this wasn't right. And here is another question. Again, you can choose to answer or not. And I hope people understand this conversation and interview is totally for informational purposes. I have never been able to just ask some of these questions. I want to know this. This confuses me. As you were displaced in your gender, you were born a male, you felt it was wrong, were you also displaced with your sexual attraction as far as were you growing up attracted to men or women or both or none?
Well, here's gender dysphoria and sexual attraction are 2 separate things. And your gender attraction or sexual attraction happens during puberty. And the fact that I went through a male puberty, even though internally I felt that I was female, I had an attraction to female.
Okay.
And I've never considered myself as gay, which someone that is gay, that's not an issue for me, ever has been.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is when you say gay, you did not consider yourself a gay male. You considered yourself a male who wanted to transgender to a woman.
Yes.
Like Caitlyn Jenner, basically.
And because I was male, I was not gay because I had an attraction to female.
As
but
a
then
as a
after
man, right?
To go through a second puberty.
Yes. Does your desire change when you transgendered from male to female? Did your desires change?
Yes.
Really? Do you think as a result of the hormones?
Yes, because you go through a second puberty.
At 73?
Well, for me, I went through that between about 70 and 72.
Okay. Do you know when you were doing this, were you told you're one of the oldest ones, one of the oldest people to go through this? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just curious.
When I had my surgery, at the time that I had my surgery, I was the oldest one that the surgeon and their team had ever worked on. And they were actually kind of reluctant because of my age, but they felt that I was in a strong enough place emotionally and physically, and from things have gone very well. And personally, I've never been more comfortable in my skin and with who I am in my entire life.
Man, Elena, thank you so much for the conversation. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Can you imagine struggling with that for 70 years?
You know what? He truly put this thing for me in a perspective I've never had. I just wanted to talk to him. Again, people, this is for information because I've always wanted to go up to someone and say, may I ask you some questions? People think I'm a nut. In fact, on this show, people often mistake me asking questions as me either condoning or convicting or objecting. And it's the same with vaccinations. I truly am in a search constantly for knowledge. I formulate ideas and bias, I believe, eventually. I mean, we all live in life liking one thing, not liking another as far as preferences. But I certainly, on this show, have one purpose, and that is a quest for knowledge.
Why do you think some people cannot even stand the fact that someone is gay or trans or anything? Why do you think it would bother someone so much?
Well, first of all, Mark, I don't know. Second of all, here's what I believe. I simply worry about myself, and I do the best I can. I'm not going to... I never play God with anything. Never. I mean, I have enough job being a person, and I just don't. It's not my job. I'm not burdened with it, and I don't have to. So I don't even give it another thought. I don't want people hurting people. But other than that, I just try to leave in my beliefs, God's work to God. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to except love and live, right? Who cares? More coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
Did he say he had gender reversal surgery? And he had the surgery at his age? Wow.
71, I think.
That's pretty amazing. That is really complicated surgery.
At his age, too.
Well, yeah.
He sounded so real. Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, listen. With car repairs...
Obviously, you want knowledge, right? But don't you want honesty? And, man, when I think about Sheridan Auto Tech, I think honesty. Kevin Calkin, I call him Uncle Kevin, because he's like family. He looks like a big, friendly uncle. In business more than 20 years. Honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. That's Sheridan Auto Tech, 2 locations in Lakewood and Aurora. Find out more at SheridanAutotech.com. 303-455-7242. You know, I love having good people on the referral list because I can do commercials and know in my heart you're getting the best people. I mean, that is what I've built my reputation on, and that goes for an affordable interest mortgage. You know, a lot of people are interested in that liquid loan, which is a line of credit. That line of credit lasts 30 years, and it comes with a checking account, and you draw money out, just write a check, and it comes off your equity. In fact, put money in it, even extra money you may use from your paycheck to pay bills, and then you then owe that much less on your mortgage. It's like an interest-bearing account because you're saving on your mortgage. It's all simple interest. It's a great loan, the liquid loan. They also have the fix-up loan. You know, did you ever want to buy a house, but you got to fix it up, but you don't have the money? This allows you to put it into the mortgage, and they appraise it as if it's fixed up. Find out more. Affordable Interest Mortgage, AIMortgage.net, 720-895-0500.
Hey, nice party.
Yeah? What's new with you?
Did you know blue whales in Hawaii
can be heard off the coast of California?
Hey, Mark, I'll tell you one thing. The 73-year-old guy who went through, he must be one ugly woman.
How do we know? We don't know that.
Well, he's 73.
He's been a guy.
Man or woman, he's probably not that good looking.
He's been a guy for 73 years. He's going to be one ugly woman.
Sign up for that deal. Sign up now.
You better know how to cook, right?
He kind of answered a lot of questions because I was always thinking of Caitlyn Jenner. Why would you go from a man to a woman and then
still
date
love
women?
I know. He did, and he did, Mark. You're absolutely right.
It's just kind of baffling to me.
Gender,
imagine being so uncomfortable in your skin, you're willing to go through that kind of operation.
I know it. You got to be like,
yeah, that's not
really committed.
You can't. I don't think you can imagine it.
I don't think you can.
You can't imagine.
It's like.
Did you ever come across it in your practice?
I had lesbian patients.
Yes.
I don't remember having a transgender.
So you had lesbian patients. Like, did you have a lesbian couple having a baby?
One.
With a sperm donor?
Yes. But I had lots of lesbian couples who came in just as regular patients.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the one guy? Wasn't he an OBGYN? That, like, fertilized, he has like 1,000 kids or whatever.
There are a couple of them.
In Texas.
If you go on YouTube, there are like 4 or 5.
There's a documentary.
And that's what I'm thinking of. And they all came together at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one doctor. And it was like incredible story.
I didn't watch the doc. Did the kids appear to be smart?
Yeah, well, they weren't related.
I know that, but I mean, it's all the same genetics.
The women that went to him for infertility. So where it was the husband's sperm, he implanted them with him, not telling him what he was doing. So, but where the women were infertile.
So this is all prior to these genetic tests and shit.
Where the women were infertile, I believe he sold the babies. Well, he sold the babies somehow.
Well, I arranged adoptions for infertile couples for no fee. I mean, I would arrange a couple come in. We did the infertility. We proved that they were infertile. I would hook them up with adoption agencies, and they would get on the list. But I never charged them for that service. I felt it was unethical to do so.
That doctor,
you must have come across Dr. Wexler then.
Oh, Paul was incredible. Paul was one of the smartest guys I've ever known.
I think we went to Wexler.
Wexler knew more about.
And then he's not the famous one. The famous one is the one that comes from all over the world to see him. He made.
We took a lot of time.
He's the most famous one in Denver.
I'm talking about.
I'm almost positive Suzanne went to Wexler. Hey, did you go to Dr. Wexler? Yeah, with Addie.
Yeah,
because she got pregnant while on the pill.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, so Stephen, let's talk. 104th in Washington on September 15th. It was the other party's fault. You had Allstate. And are you having trouble? Was your car destroyed or what, Stephen?
They say it is.
Okay.
It's not.
You're having trouble. You're not even getting a response from Allstate. Is that right?
I'm getting a response, but what they're doing is they're refusing to send the information they have to the garage so they can start working on it.
Okay, so your car was damaged, and they refused to. Now, what is the estimate to get the car fixed?
They have not done that yet. That's what they say. It's still an investigation.
No, what does the body shop? How did the body shop estimate the damage?
I haven't got that information from them either.
Well, why didn't your body shop give you an estimate? They don't need your insurance company to do that. You're the customer.
I don't know that. They're saying that they're waiting for the insurance to go and proceed.
Is Allstate denying their client's responsibility?
So me, on my side, so far they are.
Well, no, I don't mean they're not paying. Are they denying? Are they saying it wasn't his fault?
They're saying it was his fault, but they're also saying that I could have avoided it.
Now, do you know why? Okay, Steven, do you know why they're doing that?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you why. First of all, do you have collision coverage?
I believe it's only liability.
Okay. The reason they're doing that and causing it, they often do this. When there are two people with the same insurance, they will almost always do what's called comparative negligence. Did they say what percentage you're responsible for?
They told me that I was responsible for 20% of it, and they would pay for 80% of it, of the value of the truck.
I get it. Do you know why they're saying that? Because when they have both sides they're controlling, they know there's not another insurance company to fight them. So they know that they can do that, and they know you're not going to fight back. That's why they do that.
How much?
I will tell you this. They almost always claim comparative negligence when both parties are insured by the same company. Almost always.
Is there anything that can be done about that?
Bad faith. Absolutely. Right. What you can do, Stephen, is you can tell, you use the magic words. Here's what you do. You tell your insurance, I know what you're doing. You are claiming comparative negligence because you believe that I won't fight it, and because you're insuring both of us.
How much are we?
As a result, I'm going to see an attorney about a bad faith insurance lawsuit. That's what you tell them. Unless you pay 100% of my damages. Now, when you said 80-20, did they assign $1 to that? You said they did not yet, right?
No, they have not.
All right, that's what I thought. So they just said 80-20. Mark, he said that earlier. There was no dollar amount.
But what kind of car is it? I mean, are we talking $5,000, man, or are we talking a $40,000 car?
No, it's a 2000 Ford Ranger.
Oh, man. I mean, so in all honesty, what attorney's going to touch a vehicle worth $3,000?
We're not talking about an attorney. No, we're talking about bad faith, Mark.
I got you on the lawsuit part, but I'm saying what attorney, if he actually does talk to one, if they kind of call his bluff, if you will, over $3,000, it's going to
Now, here's what I would do if I were you. I would say to the body shop, by the way, no matter what, they're totaling your car. They're never going to fix it. Do you understand that? Did it have substantial damage?
It was pretty bad, but I was able to drive it off the street.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. If it approaches 75% of value, they're not going to fix it. They're going to total it. So you got to ask the insurance company. The body shop. And if this body shop won't do it, get it out of there. Who picked this body shop?
It was the body shop. It's a O'Mara Ford company. It's O'Mara Collision Center.
Good. You picked them, right?
Yes.
Okay. Please follow my directions, please. Ask O'Mara for a price to fix that car. Or ask them if they believe it's totaled. That's all I want you to do. Then I want you to get a figure, either for a repair or for a total. Okay? Okay?
Either way, get a price.
What's that?
Either way, if it's fixable or total, get
yes.
a price still of how much it would cost.
Yeah,
okay.
And when you get that price for either a total or a repair, I want you to sue in small claims court, because it's not going to be over $7,500, I don't think. You're going to sue the other driver in small claims court. We'll walk you through the logistics on how to do that. Not the law, but the logistics. Do you know who the other driver is? Do you have his information or her information?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Once you file a lawsuit in small claims court, you will go after the other party. You are not obligated to deal with Allstate on this deal. Okay?
And if you really listen to what was just told to you, you're going to end up fine, but you got to go through a few motions.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Number one, get a value for the damage or total. Number two, sue the other party in small claims court and don't talk to the insurance company. That driver is responsible to you. And if they say, okay, we'll pay 80% of whatever you got, you say no. You cannot prove that I was 20% liable. And unless you do, I'm going after that client for 100%.
That should be a no-brainer, man.
Where the hell is this insurance agent do all this?
They don't do shit. First of all, it's a captive fucking agent that works for Allstate.
Right.
They'd be fired. They're not going to help him fight Allstate. Only an independent would. When you're hired, lock, stock, and barrel, nobody fucking helps you.
But do we know if he has an independent agent?
He can't with Allstate.
Oh, you can't?
Allstate is only captive.
Oh, okay.
They will not, there's no independent there. That's why they're doing this.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in handcrafted Colorado-made furniture, custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture in Colorado than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
Harris Law, call him. If you have assets of $500,000 or more, call him. If you have $500,000 or less, call him. For those who have $500,000 or more, you can learn how to protect those assets from creditors and nuisance lawsuits. Actually discourage them. 833-ASK-BLAKE. With a special place trust, not only will you be protected, but your heirs will be protected. And if you need a simple will, call him. Whatever you do, ask your questions free of charge. And then he only charges flat rates for what he does for you. BlakeHarrisLaw.com. 833-ASK-BLAKE. WaterPros.net. You heard me talk about WaterPros because they have the best water systems for the lowest prices. You know what? It's that simple. If you want a whole house softening system for better plumbing, better laundry, better skin, better all around, Paul the Waterman at WaterPros.net. I'm going to give you a number. Also, if you want purified water, all of these systems under $2,000 for the whole house, fully installed. If you want a water fountain, it's under $1,000. WaterPros.net. 303-862-5554. 303-862-5554. Okay. You want countertops, right? You want some new ones for Christmas. Maybe you can get it done. TheArtOfGranite.com. One thing for sure, they're faster than anyone. TheArtOfGranite.com. One thing they'll do, too, is give you a price on the phone to see if you're in the ballpark. TheArtOfGranite.com will do granite, marble, quartz, any solid surface. They're direct stone importers. They serve the whole Front Range and mountain communities. TheArtOfGranite.com will also give you a price on the phone. They tear out and haul away free, do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas.
As a small business owner, I'm trying to build my business while keeping costs down. So imagine my surprise when I heard Pi Insurance on the radio saying I might be overpaying for workers' comp. Pi said they could save small businesses like mine up to 30% on workers' comp coverage. It sounded simple. So I went to trypi.com, got a quote in 3 minutes, and ended up saving thousands. Pi Insurance is a breath of fresh air. Their team put me at ease by explaining my policy and making sure I only paid for what I needed. It felt great to know I was protecting my employees while saving money. It's easy to see why Pi is rated excellent on Trustpilot by customers. If you're a small business owner, check out Pi Insurance for workers' comp. Ask your agent for Pi or see how much you could save at trypi.com. That's trypie.com.
When it comes to roofing, Excel Roofing offers everything I recommend. First, they don't take a cent until you're content. That means no money up front ever. No hidden cancellation fees, no high pressure. Just honest, free, complete estimates to make sure you know exactly what you need. And they can do it all from overhead aerial technology with no contact. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You'll love the way they clean up like they were never there. They've done roofs for me. If you have old hail damage or new, call Excel. Ask about their hail-resistant roof where you can get up to 28% discounts on insurance. They even do roof repairs. On myreferrallist.com since day one. In business 27 years. Same owner, Jay Bretz, with more than 36,000 happy customers. 303-761-6400. 761-6400. ExcelRoofing.com.
Whether you're interested in saving money on your mortgage payments or you're considering a cash-out refinance, American Financing is always the lender to call. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky reminding you that a mortgage refinance is more than just a lower rate. It's also an effective way to eliminate debt or access cash. You can pay off credit card balances, personal loans, even fund home improvements. You know what else? When you choose American Financing, like I did, you don't have to pay upfront or hidden fees. There's no pressure, no obligation, and you don't have to reset your loan term. You can choose any term 10 years and over, so you're not wasting money on years you don't need. What are you waiting for? Get a free mortgage review today and see if you can save hundreds or even $1,000 a month. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000. Or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Frank Duran, the real estate man, can list your home, and he proves to get more money and faster results. He also shines on the buying side with a team that actively searches out the market for the very best deals and then negotiates an even better deal.
This is not just a job or a career to me. This is my passion.
Frank Duran with RE/MAX Alliance.
26 years of proven credibility.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Been in the NFL for 4 years, has never started a game, and has only taken 3 passes. Only done 3 things under center.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Scott's been waiting a while. Scott, what's going on with your dental claim, man? Well, how can we help you, Scott? Thanks for calling. What's going on?
Hey, Tom. First of all, thank you for taking my call.
Sure,
I'm
man.
hoping you can just give me some guidance. Do I need to keep digging, or should I just walk away from this issue and move on to something else? My daughter, who's 12 years old, had a pretty unique and invasive oral surgery procedure a few months ago. And based on the high-level information on our dental insurance website, we and the oral surgeries staff thought that the general anesthesia would be covered, I think, at 50%. So they would insurance would pay about $650.
But you did not get a pre-approval.
Correct.
Okay.
And it was, of course, it was denied. They didn't cover anything on the general insurance.
But they covered, hold on, with kids, you do have dental, right?
Yes.
Okay, but it won't cover anesthesia.
That's what I'm finding out. So based on the website...
No, I'm asking, Scott.
It's supposed to. Well, that's the crux of the problem. The website says it covers 50%. But once we submitted it, they covered, their portion of all these different charges. but 0 on general anesthesia. So I called them up and said, hey, I thought you were supposed to cover it 50%, and you covered 0. And when I've called multiple times, they give me different answers trying to explain why, and I can't get clear information as to why they are not covering at 50%. Every time I call, the person says, gosh, based on this horrible procedure, it should have been covered. I'm going to resubmit it. And then I find out they really don't resubmit.
Are you looking under the dental portion of your plan or the medical portion?
Oh, it's a specific dental plan. It's MetLife Federal Dental Plan. It's not part of our medical coverage.
Hold on. Aren't kids covered for dental under general? Oh, wait, when they're kids, aren't they under up to a certain age?
No, I think only if under the peak system, which is for people that don't have a lot of money.
Okay.
But wait, why not? Why wouldn't the health insurance possibly cover that part if it's so unique? I mean, why not look into that?
What was the dental issue?
I have not looked into the health insurance coverage.
What was the dental issue?
So one of her molars that was still a baby tooth, and it's surrounded by adult teeth because she hadn't lost all of them yet. The adult tooth under the baby tooth was growing at a 90-degree angle. It was perfectly horizontal. And the roots, it was actually growing. The roots were growing sideways into the roots of the neighboring adult tooth.
Got it.
So those roots are now curved. So they had to pull the baby tooth, which is an easy extraction. Then they had to pull this
adult tooth,
the one that's below the gum line, the adult that's growing into the roots of the other tooth,
the impacted one.
Exactly. And when they removed that impacted one, it actually took out part of her jawbone, and they had to do a bone graft and everything. And that piece of it was pretty horrific. And we saw all kinds of specialists and different folks, and nobody had ever seen one perfectly horizontal on that tooth. That far back where the molars are, and it was pretty rough on her. And
was she ever in the hospital?
No.
It
actually went really smoothly.
With the jawbone part,
they covered part of that. Yes.
Your regular. Hold on. I'm asking if your regular health insurance covered that.
No, it was all through dental.
You may want to look into when it gets to that jawbone, if it's covered under regular insurance, but also when it comes to general anesthesia, I believe dental plans will cover anesthesia, but not general, and they'll cover a portion of anesthesia. So that's where the disconnect is. They don't pay for general anesthesia, but they pay for a portion of regular anesthesia. And I don't know why they wouldn't pay that same amount toward general. I just don't understand. How much did the general anesthesia cost?
It was about $1,300, of which we thought they would cover about half of it.
And because they say they'll cover how much of regular anesthesia? How much?
To be honest, I don't recall if on the website it says it's general anesthesia or just anesthesia, but I believe it was 50%.
I'd be shocked if his medical insurance, honestly, I think if they went back in time, they probably could have had this whole thing done, except for the cosmetic part, through the medical.
I don't think so, Mark. They're really strict about it.
Jaw surgery?
No, but that's the only part, is the graft on the jaw.
Isn't
and even
that what the anesthesia is called for?
That and the impacted extraction, I think she would have needed.
The impacted extraction is clearly dental. Listen, here's what you need to do. You need to ask your dental coverage for the specific wording that allows them to reject general anesthesia. Tell them that unless you get that in writing and highlighting policy language, you are going to sue for bad faith. I'm telling you that. You tell them that. They don't want to hear that. They do not want to hear the words bad faith. So you say, unless you can show me in policy language, highlighted, why you're turning down 100% of general anesthesia, unless you can show me that, I'm going forward with a bad faith insurance lawsuit.
Okay, that's definitely what I'll have to do, because when I called and I get different answers.
You didn't use the magic words. You didn't show me in the policy language. Highlight it.
Which they won't give. Yeah, one lady told me I need to get the general anesthesia guidelines, so I requested them in writing. And of course, they didn't send them to me. And later, when I called back, they said, "Oh yes, we don't provide those to policyholders."
But
so
of course they do. They have to listen. If they do not say, "Listen, Scott, you have to do it the way I tell you." I want to go on record on this date, November 1st, 2021. Please note in my file that I am asking for the specific policy language that allows you to deny 100% of general anesthesia. And if I do not get it within 24 hours, I will proceed with a bad faith insurance lawsuit. And then put the same thing in writing. Those magic words will produce results.
Okay.
You got to say exactly what I said, though. You can't go beyond. You got to exactly what I said. Go listen to the podcast if you have to. 303-713-TALK, 713-825.
How about CCing the insurance commissioner?
You could. They don't give a shit about that as much as they do bad faith.
But they are, the insurance commissioner in Colorado is usually pretty good about plaintiffs complaints.
You know, bad faith, do you know all you have to show is that they unreasonably denied a claim? That's it. Yep. So, even if they have language and they did not show it to you, that's unreasonable.
No, I think you are 100% right.
These motherfuckers.
Currently, it's 37. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin. 6:30, pay now.
When everyone on your gift list matters most, Lowe's can help you make more holiday. $20 on Craftsman.
And maybe it's simple.
You know, I should have offered you an IB. Would you have taken it?
No, I don't need it. Thank you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't have veins, so I'm such a pain for me to get an IV.
Let's talk about the
business. I hate to tell you this, but do you realize that there's more of a chance of getting a ripoff than a good company if you call or Google any restoration company? That's why I recommend, listen carefully, American Restoration. If you have a fire or flood or mold, a crime cleanup, unattended death, asbestos, whatever it is, you need American Restoration. Please trust me on that. They have all the needed certifications, including EPA. They're asbestos certified. They can remediate flood damage within hours. Safe removal of mold or toxic substances. The latest in technology. More than 20 years of experience. They can also do, of course, cleanup and restoration as far as reconstruction. And it's so important that you know you can trust American Restoration. 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST. Or online, amrest247.com. If you're looking for a loan, Affordable Interest Mortgage has so many options. They have, first of all the conventional loans, any of them. They also have something else. I love that fix-up loan. Do you realize when you're buying a house, you may want to fix it up, but you have to wait, you don't have the money? With the fix-up loan, what you do is you propose some repairs, and they will, listen to this, they will appraise the house as if it's already improved. Then they put that money to improve it in the loan balance and in escrow. Then you get the house fixed with a mortgage. So you don't have to have money drawn out of the bank. It's all in one loan. It's a fix-up loan. They also have the liquid loan, which is a 30-year line of credit with simple interest tied to a checking account. You can take money out as you need it, put it back when you don't. The liquid loan. Affordable Interest Mortgage, AImortgage.net, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500.
It's often, but not always, older folks who suffer from neurological disorders
that can affect the voice, like Parkinson's disease.
Mark, I'm just going to run real quickly.
No problem, man.
Finish.
Finish out this hour.
As well as really frightening. Dr. David Opperman at the Colorado Voice Clinic
Operator.
Extensively with patients suffering from these kinds of neurological issues, and he can help you recover your ability to communicate. Get started at coloradovoiceclinic.com.
Operator, do you have an open appointment today? Philadelphia did become first major U.S. city to ban low-level traffic stops. I'm not down. I mean, I'm down for that. I mean, if that means I'm speeding and they don't fucking give me a ticket, I am straight up down for that.
Is that a low-level traffic stop?
Wouldn't you say that's a low level?
I think a low level would be registration.
Tail light.
Tail light.
Come on, give me an operator. Please, an operator. I'm begging an operator.
No blink lane change.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no
reason to fuck with you.
No blink.
Okay, it took 3 times. I asked for an operator 3 times. Now they understand.
Oh.
Fucking stupid. Cheap AI. They're using the cheap AI. But you think speeding? How about under 5 over? Well, usually they don't pull you over for that bullshit anyhow.
Right.
Hey, is there any chance I can get my eyes checked today after like 2:30 or 2:30 or something like that? Yeah, I saw that. Tomorrow just sucks for me. Is the doc not in today? Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'll just, I can access the calendar online. Thanks. Bye. God dang it. I'll call him real quick. Hey, I might have to jump back in. What's up? Oh my God. Yeah, I dig. It's whatever you want to do. Let's talk. Let me call you right after the. Let me call you right after the show. All right, later, bye.
Denver's talk station, 630 KL.
All right, 303-713-8255. Don't forget, help, H-E-L-P at troubleshooter.com. And 303 Martino works all the time. We've got a lot going on.
Yes. Let's see. I want to... Now, Marsha is back. What happened with Marsha? I forget now. Hold on. Marsha was
she's being
Tuscan
illegally
Heights.
evicted or something, but she had to take a call, so now she's back.
Okay, let me go back to her.
Send a picture of the ledger. That's where we left off.
We did. Thank you, Mark. Hey, Marsha, we wanted to see that ledger that they sent you for this eviction. Can you send that to...
Yes, I will do that now. Actually, I got people from... I have a lady from the, what is it? Legal aid is on their way over here, and she needs the same paper, so I have her send them to you, too.
Okay, are you sure it is legal aid, right, Marsha?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good. Do not pay anybody any money up front to help you. I just want to make that clear, okay? 303-713-TALK. Larry, welcome. Thank you for waiting. What's going on, Larry?
It's good to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. What do you need, bro?
Well, on this Amendment 78, the description on the ballot was so vague, and they used catchphrases like slush funds and transparency, and I think it's an end run to get rid of the Tabor Amendment.
Okay, it is.
And nobody's talking about it.
I know. You want to vote yes on that, and it makes then I believe the power to appropriate the custodial funds, as I'm reading, which is not generated through taxes, from the state treasurer to the state legislature. So when you go from the treasurer to the legislature, it requires public input. So I would say a yes on that one.
And it's generally for windfall money, like when we got money from the feds for COVID relief, or if there's a big lawsuit like against a tobacco company and there's a big settlement with the state.
If you're asking what it means, that's what it means, Larry.
Yeah, but if it ends up eliminating the Tabor amendment...
It can't. It doesn't have to do with taxes. The Tabor has to do with taxes. This has nothing to do with tax money.
But it says funds from any source, regardless of what it is.
It actually says custodial funds from any source. Custodial funds are not taxes. Listen, man, I don't have time to go through it all with you, Larry, but you can trust us on it.
It's money outside of the budget the legislation sets.
And outside of taxes. Funds other than those generated by taxes. Anthony, what's going on with you? Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, buddy? I love listening to you.
Thank you, man. What's going on?
Hey, I've got a friend, family member, or not family, sorry, friend of our family's. Their family, she's got a new neighbor, and she doesn't know I'm calling you. She's got a new neighbor that just moved in. She has this huge tree, and all the leaves are falling. And just a couple days ago, the neighbor came over. Not sure if he was mad or what. I don't know how it all happened, but came over and said, "You need to come and get your leaves off my lawn," like kind of rude-like.
No, wait a minute. How long has that tree been there?
It's been there years. It's huge.
You don't get to do that. We have a neighbor that has a tree with leaves. You don't get to tell. You can't make them clean up for a tree.
Could you imagine my neighbor telling me that?
Yeah.
How would you ever do that?
So the new neighbor says, "Come clean up your leaves," right?
Yeah, right. You want us to come mow the lawn too while we're at it?
So what did your friend say?
Well, she's like, oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure exactly how she ended it, but she asked us if we knew of any landscaping people that come clean leaves up. And I said, well, you probably don't have to do that, but I don't know for sure. If you want to be nice, I guess, but we kind of left it as...
That's crazy.
On TVY, too, so
no, she needs to get a backbone and say, pound sand, Bubba.
No, there's not much you can do except talk, but you have to tell that neighbor the facts of life. If they fall, they fall. They even call it fall. I'm Tom Martino. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Keep your calls coming, 303-713-TALK.
What a total dick. Pick up your leaves.
So the leaves from her tree were on his property?
Yeah. Dude, I guarantee the leaves from my trees are on everybody's fucking property in a 3-mile radius.
Right. Well, you should do DNA testing on the leaves.
That would be the best.
That would be your tree.
That would be the best right there. Proved. Once you prove to me that came from my tree.
Are you curious when you should take Social Security? This is Kurt Cambier. Visit my website now for your free Social Security analysis at kurtcambier.com. That's Kurt with a K. CAMBIER.com. Kurt with a K. Cambier.com.
Like I said, Mr. Once they're on, they seem to stay up.
Hey, Larry, if you're listening, when do you want to come in? God, I wish I could have. Hey, David, you guys have any other menus going besides your norm? What's on that one, the first one you said? Yeah. Pork chop. No, I mean, what are the entrees? So you got the pork chop, the steak, you have a fillet and then a fish? What do you have?
I know it hasn't been the case.
Aiming to turn the page from the Trump administration.
That's why my administration is working overtime.
All right.
To show that our climate commitment is action, not word.
That sounds good. We'll probably be in. Thanks, dude.
Lower dose COVID vaccine for kids 5 to 11. White House COVID response coordinator Jeff Zients.
Over the next couple of days, several million doses will start.
How about Perry's?
Capone says he'll be the common man and bring pizza with him.
Who will?
John Capone.
Hey, Larry, I know you're. Well, I assume you're listening. If you're
I
listening,
ain't seen Larry. He said a word.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't talk. I don't think he talks at all. I was up playing a slot machine, talking to Suzanne, and he comes over and goes, "Mark," and I'm like, "Oh, hey." But anyhow, he listens. He said he listens all the time on YouTube, but he never chats. But we're going to have him in. He's an optometrist. Hey, did you invite that optometrist in we met in the mountains? Larry.
One was by the prop master, another by a stuntman. Though the film's production company says they never received any.
I'm always hesitant to answer that question, too.
ABC's Kaylee Hartzell. Israel gearing up to welcome tourists again. Vaccinated tourists will be allowed to travel there and must show proof of
Media outraged over anti-Biden chants. I'm going to bring I got my shirt I'm going to wear tomorrow.
Yep, I emailed him that day, and I know it wasn't a bad email because it didn't bounce back.
Okay.
So I just checked my spam, make sure I didn't miss something there.
Come on, Larry.
You know he watches.
I know he says he watches every fucking day.
This girl, I don't know, she needs $3,000.
Who?
The girl on 3.
Aren't you just going up for a handout?
No, she said she had to go back because she moved here 5 years ago. She had to go back to Mississippi because the 2-year-old niece drowned. And then in the same amount of time, both grandparents died of COVID and is burying them. So she comes back, I don't know, something about work. McDonald's wrote her landlord a letter saying she was out. She said she had COVID. I'm not real sure. But now she needs $3,000. That's the bottom.
So to go to Doc's question, yes, she's looking for a $3,000
Well,
handout.
somebody probably told her, try the Martino show. Try that Deputy Doc at the Martino show. He's a softie.
And he's got a new place.
And he's got a new place.
No, I don't have a new place yet. I'm living in an apartment.
That cat has 2 bedrooms.
1 bedroom.
Damn it.
Well, you can have a sleepover. What the heck?
So I got my Let's Go Brandon shirt.
Oh, you did?
Came in Saturday. I forgot to wear it today. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. It's fucking a good looking shirt too, to be honest. #1 song on iTunes.
Is what? Let's Go Brandon?
One of the some rapper did a whole thing. I don't know who it is, but it's ahead of Adele. It's ahead of everything. It's amazing. Fuck You Biden is the #1 thing on iTunes.
I will bet you that the Republican wins Virginia tomorrow.
I think so too. I think not only do I think they win it, hopefully it'll send a message to these fucks to quit this super progressive bullshit and bring it down to where Biden promised it'd be, right in the middle.
The 2022 elections are going to prove that.
Oh,
it's going to be a huge change.
Oh, it's going to be massive. Massive. But the problem is some of the damage they can do in the interim. Look at inflation, Doc. Jesus.
Oh, I know.
Oh, guys, I'm trying to choke down a little bit of protein I'm allowed to have.
What'd you eat?
I had some duck.
Duck?
Listen, since I can have so little food,
duck?
I get like exotic shit.
We're having a turducken for Thanksgiving.
Later I'm going to have some. Later I'm going to have some possum.
We'll bring you some real duck.
Who the hell
but
cooks your
I'm
possum?
just kidding. Duck's too fat.
Who cooked your duck? Duck is
Restaurant.
actually pretty good.
My restaurant. I don't believe you. Did she vacuum right before cooking?
I was waiting.
Did you ever see how they make Peking duck? How they inject air under the skin?
Let's not talk about it right now, because that's what I just had.
What?
Is it good?
No, I had crispy duck.
No, Peking, all they do, they put air under the skin to separate it from the underlying tissue, so it becomes really, really crispy.
Which is delicious.
Yeah, because it's isolated. The skin is isolated, so it gets really crispy.
That's probably the only kind of duck I like, to be quite honest.
Is Peking duck?
Peking duck. And
Duck
the reason I
orange.
like it is because it's so
Duck
crispy.
orange is pretty good too.
It's succulent.
Yes.
But in general, it's too fat for me. I don't like that much fat.
Right.
Although in a ribeye, I love a lot of fat. that's odd.
See, that's why I don't like ribeyes. That's why I like New York strips, much better than ribeyes.
Strips are lovely.
You know what we're getting tonight? I'm getting the Perry's pork chop. Boy, I'll be thinking of this.
I could have that.
I love Perry's pork chop.
I could have that when I go back to my other thing. It just alternates.
Where is Perry's a restaurant?
Yeah, it's three-boner, man.
Where is it?
Park Meadows. It's where all the men. Oh, it's so good, man. Best pork chop I've ever had in my life is Perry's.
Park Meadows.
Yep.
Probably last time you had a boner too was at Perry's.
Had what?
Last time you had a boner was probably at Perry's as well.
Perry's boner?
Yeah.
But my favorite steakhouse, Perry's is a steakhouse, but I always get the pork chop. But my favorite steakhouse is Del Frisco's.
Yeah. Mine, I like Ruth's Chris.
Ruth's Chris is delicious too. I'd probably give them. I just never liked Shanahan's that much.
Bad news.
I'm going there tonight at 5:30.
Are you really? I met ex-Governor Owens there. I was talking Trump to him. Oh, Trump's got no way of ever winning before the election, of course. So, in other words, Owens a fucking moron.
You just said that, Mark.
Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Really. This hour brought to you by SaferNet.com. SaferNet is a very unique product. Listen carefully. It's an app that you put on your phone or your tablet or your laptop or your desktop. It's just a few bucks a month for each one. After that, you're protected from all viruses, malware, spyware, and ransomware. Can you believe that? And it's just a few bucks a month. And they're constantly updating their records. You won't be held ransom. No encrypted files at your place of business or your home. Plus, there's 125 commands that you can use for the people in your network, whether it be your kids or at work. For example, you can control what they browse, when they browse, how they browse, anything of the sort. It's just a wonderful product. SaferNet.com for more information. SaferNet.com for more information. Okay. Megan, I'm Tom Martino. How can we help you? Megan, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Yes, sir.
How can we help you, Megan?
I'm looking for some type of first of all, thank you for having me. Second of all, I'm looking for some type of rental assistance or something that anyone knows of. I've literally looked into everything that I know is imaginable, but I've had some pretty bad stuff happen the past 4 months.
Okay, tell us what happened. What's going on in your life, Megan?
So in the beginning of June, I hurt my foot, and then it became septic, so I had to be hospitalized for a week, so I had to miss work. So then I returned
How
to work.
How did you hurt your feet or your foot?
I got a scratch on the top of it, and it became like cellulitis is what they called it. So it's an infection on the second layer of skin.
Okay. And then what?
So I returned to work, and then a week and a half later, my 2.5-year-old baby cousin drowned in Mississippi, so I had to go home for the funeral, so I had to miss work for that as well. I'm sober, so I got sober in Colorado, so I'm the only one from my family out here, so my whole entire family's in Mississippi.
When did you get sober?
June 19th, 2017.
From what?
Alcohol and drugs.
Okay. Did you do meth?
No, sir.
Okay. So, Megan, were you ever arrested?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you were arrested?
2016, I'd say.
What was the charge?
I'm pretty sure it was contempt of court.
What was it for, though? What was the underlying charge?
I have no idea. There's no telling. I have quite a few.
Okay. All right. So, Megan, right now, do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
And are you married? Do you have kids?
No, sir. Not married. Don't have kids.
All right.
No,
so you're alone. Are you in an apartment right now?
Yes, sir.
And you're behind how much? $3,000?
Oh, no, sir. Probably I have a bit more to my story if you'd like me to finish.
Go ahead.
I'm behind. So I got back to work. My 2.5-year-old cousin died, drowned. I went back home for the funeral, came back to Colorado, continued to work. September 1st, my grandfather died from COVID. September 5th, my grandmother died from COVID. And so I returned to Mississippi for the funerals for that. We buried them September 9th. Got back to work again. 2 weeks later, I got COVID, out of work. They don't pay us anymore if we get COVID to stay home. So I was out of work for 12 days without pay. So it's been 3 months that I've just been really, really, really behind.
What kind of work did you say you did?
I'm in fast food.
Like a fast food clerk?
No, sir, like a manager at a fast food restaurant.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we're going to try to see what's out there, but Megan, you may not like the way we do it. We do a background check first before we do anything, and then we
yes, sir.
And then we move on, and possibly we
employment check.
We do an employment check and possibly a drug test. I mean, Megan, let me tell you why. If people send money and want to help you, especially this time of year, we just don't want to help someone who's lying to us. We don't want to. I'm not saying you are, by the way. We don't want to help people who are actively on drugs and are not sincere in what they say. So, are you behind how much in rent?
I'm behind about $8,000 right now.
Oh my goodness! Oh.
And you haven't been kicked out yet?
No, sir. My landlord has been working with me because I've applied to Arapahoe, the government assistance, but they take a minimum of 4 weeks to get back to you, and today will be the fourth week today, and I haven't heard anything back yet.
Man, that's amazing that your landlord is letting you stay there.
Yeah, she's a very, very good lady. I have evidence of everything. I'm telling you, I attached all of the funeral packets with the email with my demand to pay notice, which she wrote, prior to my grandparents dying and prior to me getting COVID. I'm willing to do whatever. I will take a drug test today if you need me to. I don't have any felonies or anything. They're only misdemeanors.
I get it. Listen, Megan, if you need help, and if you're telling me everything you're telling me is true, and you need help, then we'll have you on again after we do this checking, and we'll ask people to help. Hold on. So, Megan, Suze will talk to you now off the air. Now, every year we help two organizations feed people. One is Pastor Richmond, and he's at East Bible Baptist Church at 26. He'll tell us. And then the other, Alberta Simmons, he has a foundation. Last year we passed out, hundreds of meals on Colfax, hundreds of meals for people who came. Oh, man, it was a good day. And Albertus, I think, will be on later this week, Suze, to promote this. And Pastor Richmond is on right now. Pastor Lauren, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Lauren, we've been doing this for many years, and I really thank you for your kindness. And we all went out there and helped pack up boxes one year. But explain what you're doing this year.
Well, this year on Monday night, the 22nd of November, we're going to be having a drive-through food boxes with turkeys and all the fixings for Thanksgiving in them.
Okay, and when is that?
November 22nd.
Now, this is for people to come and to take, those who need food, right?
Yes.
So November 22nd, handing out food boxes.
Right.
And where will that be?
That'll be at 26th and Hudson at the church building.
Hey, Pastor, do you still do that, the clothing drive of that since COVID? Man, that was the best. I remember all kinds of people coming up in kids' clothes and adults and getting jackets and socks just as far as the eye could see. Are you still able to do that part?
We have them. If people want to arranged to pick up clothing. It's just been hard to get people to come in to get it, with everything. But we still have the clothing.
Do me a favor, sir. Do me a favor.
Okay.
Pastor, we love what you do. Can you remind me the name of your church?
It's East Denver Bible Baptist Church.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay, now, how do people get food to you if they want to donate, or are you just calling to let people know where to get food? What about those who want to donate?
We're more than happy to take that as well, as long as it's not expired food.
So explain what you can use.
You know what? My wife is right here, so I'm going to grab her real quick because she's better at that part of it than I am. So, hang on.
Okay.
Right here, Kathy.
Okay.
How are you?
Kathleen, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
Well, I have a broken leg.
Really? Now, wait.
Yeah.
This was after your accident?
Yeah, I just broke it about 4 weeks ago. And it's the fibula bone down near my ankle on my right leg, so I can't drive.
Wow.
Very well.
Well, Kathleen, I want to ask you something. Have you and Lauren, Pastor Lauren, have you guys been staying healthy?
Yeah, we haven't had COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we've been doing very well. Very busy on our food banks.
So what can you use prior to November 22nd? What can you use?
We desperately need canned sweet potatoes.
Okay, hold on. I'm putting this down. You want canned, not anything else fresh, but canned sweet potatoes.
Right.
And what else?
Going in boxes. Stuffing mix.
Okay, stuffing mix. What else?
Cranberry sauce.
And those are canned, right?
Yes, we do not need canned vegetables. We're really good on canned vegetables.
Okay, what else?
Turkey gravy.
Okay.
Cornbread mix.
And you guys fix all this for the people, right?
No, the last 2 years we just make up boxes, Tom.
Okay, that's all right.
COVID.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, because of COVID, right? Okay, so I'm going to go over all this again. What else?
Pies for dessert.
Pies, okay.
Whole turkeys or certificate for turkeys, if somebody would rather do that.
Okay, turkeys or coupons, right?
Or turkey breast, whatever, somebody wants to do.
Okay, what else?
Let's see, we have turkey gravy, we have stuffing, we have instant mashed potatoes.
Instant mashed, okay.
Now, that's different than what we used to do because we have to now.
Right, I understand that. Okay.
So it's a lot different.
Right. Yeah, we used to fix everything and then go out and hand them all out.
Right.
So, but because of the pandemic, you've changed. But anyway, Pastor Lauren and Kathleen from East Denver Bible Baptist Church, they can use food, canned sweet potatoes, stuffing mix, canned cranberry sauce, turkey gravy, cornbread mix, pies, turkeys or coupons for turkeys, instant mashed potatoes, or money, right?
Right, or turkey breast if that's what but not cooked. Nothing can be, none of the turkey can be cooked. It has to be frozen.
They all do it there. They cook everything.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Now we give out the turkey breast to smaller families.
They're giving out turkeys or turkey breasts or coupons with all the canned foods and the mixes for people to fix their own meals because of COVID. I know we used to be at that big kitchen Mark was remembering.
Oh, my goodness. It was crazy.
And it was fun. But, okay, so you guys can use this stuff. And I'm going to give out a number soon, if it's okay with you, for people to call for information. But where can they – and you don't want them just drop – I mean, are you guys at the church most of the time for them to drop stuff?
It would be better to make an appointment.
Okay, good. So call what number? Let's give the number. Call what number?
303 916-3214.
Hold on. 3214?
Yeah, 916-3214.
Okay.
And you might write down that we're also working on we have another name, Park Hill Food Pantry, and that has a website.
And what's the website?
The Park Hill Food Pantry.
.com?
Yes, I believe so.
Mark, check that out. The Park Hill Food Pantry. .com. Okay. So I want to repeat all this for people, okay? So Pastor Lauren and Kathleen, East Bible Baptist Church, 26th and Hudson, please make an appointment to drop off. They can use food, canned sweet potatoes, stuffing mix, canned cranberry sauce, turkey gravy, cornbread mix, pies, turkeys, or coupons, instant mashed potatoes, or money, of course, and no cooked items. Call 303-916 3214, 303-916-3214. Make an appointment for drop-off, or go to this website, the Park. Is that working, Mark? The ParkHillFoodPantry.com? Yes? Okay, the website. What are you saying, Talib? You're saying no, he's saying yes.
Okay.
The ParkHillFoodPantry.com. Mark?
No, just Park Hill Food Pantry.
No the. Huh. Okay, let's make sure that's right, guys, before we let her go. Let's make sure people can get to it. Can you get to it?
For your information, we have a regular food bank every Friday that's drive-through, and then every Sunday, and that is the most organized chaos.
Yeah, we're not getting that. We're not getting that website. Okay. We got to figure out that website, dear. Just hold on, and we want to give you publicity on that when you give us when we can find that website for sure. I don't mean to be a pain.
No, my son set it up. So I might have to, I just typed in Park Hill Food Pantry.
Yeah, but that's because he probably put it into your URL and it populates for you. Mark, did you get it?
No, hold on.
Okay, we're looking for it, but you can call us back with it. At least they have your number, so let me just say that again. That's 303-916-3214. They can use all foodstuffs. Thank you.
Is that on Facebook or is it an actual website?
Kathleen, is that a website you gave us? .org.
Yes.
Okay, dear. Thank you. That's what.
Sorry.
That's okay. ParkHillFoodPantry.org. Is that it, Mark? Did you get it? Is that coming up?
Still struggling.
Still struggling. ParkHillFoodPantry.org. In any case, you guys got the number.
I know it's on Facebook too, but I'll have to ask my son to double check that.
Yeah, we're not getting Park.org either. No, guys? Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Stay tuned for more on that, okay? Brian, what's going on with you, Brian? Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm way out of time. Hold on, guys.
ParkHillPantry.com.
ParkHillPantry.com. Okay, ParkHillPantry.com.
I'm Dr. Andrew Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting.
I love when people are giving their website out.
Irregular feet,
and they don't even know what it is.
Pain, shortness of breath, fatigue,
well, everything says
lightheadedness.
Park Hill Food Pantry except for the website. Suzanne, Park Hill Food Pantry on Facebook.
Which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
We always talk about
on this show, fixing it up the right way, and one of those is to go to buyandbuild.net. I love Buy and Build. I love just going by and walking through it. A big, giant warehouse at 560 South LaPan. Below wholesale prices on most everything, including cabinets, vanities, granite countertops, sinks, faucets, hardware, accessories, plumbing fixtures, lighting. Go see the gang there at, go west on Alameda, from I-25. Then south on Lipan, 2 blocks, 560 South Lipan. I'll give out a number too. Visit by yourself, send your contractor, go with your contractor, or you have complete turnkey service from Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath, buyandbuild.net, 303-295-6022, 295-6022. All right, if you're looking for a home loan, you know I have lenders that I approve of. One of them is Ideal Home Loan. I say for your next Ideal Home Loans, they have all the loans that you need to make your life complete. But what I really love is the pre-approval. It's like a cash deal. You go to idealhomeloans.com or 303-867-7000. Fill out all the paperwork, go through the process. You're approved. The money set aside waiting to disperse. So you have cash, like cash in the bank. When you find a house that appraises with the proper title work, you can close within days. Rates have never been lower. All applications, processing, approvals, and closings can be done on the phone or online. 303-867-7000 or idealhomeloans.com. Now, maybe you just want to sell and get out of Dodge. You want to get out of Denver. You want to move. You don't want any commissions. You don't want any inspections. You don't want any tire kickers. You don't want a list. You don't want a show. You just want to check. There is an option. Homevestors.com. Nothing to lose. Call them. If you like the price, take it. If not, nothing to lose. That's what I like about Homevestors. The number's really easy to remember. Give them a call. Before you say, they won't give me what I want. Find out. 800-44-BUYER. 800-44-BUYER.
The world of Medicare Advantage and supplement plans is complex. Even daunting. So I suggest true expert guidance to help you find the right plan. If you're currently or soon to be eligible for Medicare, please talk to the good people at Integrity Health Advisors. They'll meet with you here.
Oh, tell me that's not fucked up.
Learn your situation and help you choose just the right Medicare-related plan for your needs and budget. Integrity Health Advisors charges you precisely $0, and there is no catch. So get started today at
That's
Health Advisors.
Integrity.
That sucks.
You know, that's going to get tired, huh?
Excel movie.
They should flood ours during their show.
Customers, I'm one of them. Business
play a little fucking game
with the same
do that.
Yeah.
And what I like most is you don't pay a cent until you're.
No, that's wrong, and it also is named the same. That sucks.
High pressure sales. Just honest, free, complete estimates, so you know exactly what you need when you approach your insurance company. You know, in roofing, there are so many companies that come and go. Companies that even buy out the names of old companies. Well, you have my word.
Like that, just buy out the names of old companies.
The same company it was in the beginning and just gets better. They also do roof repairs. If you have old damage or new.
Hey, tell me how we quit here and we start a new show called Troubleshooter Show. Would you bet? If you've been shit on, you understand we're going to help you.
In the literal sense.
In the literal sense.
If someone literally shit on you.
Troubleshooter Show.
I mean, every parent would relate to that. But.
What's the movie where the guy turns? There's two guys at the urinal, and he's talking to one, and the guy turns, and when he turns and starts pissing on his shoe.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's happening in a few shows, but I don't know.
Fuck, man, it was so funny because you could see it happening.
So call Westland at 888-455.
It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of the planet.
888-455.
Next to picking Charles Barkley.
It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DuckDuckGo.
The Broncos were winners over Washington.
Or as smart as our daughter is. I texted her. We just got a message at office from doctor who delivered you shawarma.
round pick in the
She says, what did she say? Did she remember me or something?
Oh, my goodness.
So, of course, Shannon helps me out. She said the 20-year warranty runs out soon. Wanted to know if I needed an extension.
Wanted to know what? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
She said 20-year warranty runs out soon. She wanted to know if I needed an extension.
Your radio to your desktop. And when you ask Alexa to play 630
I love it.
iHeartRadio, Denver's talk station is available everywhere. Just download our free iHeartRadio.
I got an axe to grind with that lady.
And iHeartRadio.
Oh, my goodness. Which means she gave you the wrong baby?
No. She did not. Suzanne was going to get her tubes tied after Addie's second.
Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Suze, you wrote me a note here. Can you help me out here?
Okay, so remember Abel? He was the one from last week. He helped the homeless man,
Yes.
Robert, and his son get a place.
And we wanted to get his gas line inspected. Did we find anyone, or did we not?
Well, I thought you were putting the word out. That's why I put the address in your email.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because it's up in Fort Lupton.
Abel, by the way, Abel is a landlord who has done a lot of goodness and kindness to homeless people, getting them started. Not taking a lot of deposit money, not taking a lot of upfront money, and helping them get established. He helped the one gentleman that we had in our home, on our show, with his son. Helped him get a leg up. The man was in an adult community, 18 and older, when he suddenly got custody of his son, his young teenage son, who needed a place to live then. He just needed a place. He didn't have the money. He was forced into a motel at first, and then this man, Abel, helped him. And then, of course, we had Fix It 24/7, George, the owner. He helped pay some expenses. We had other people call and donate money. It was wonderful. So now that man and his son are getting a start in their apartment thanks to Abel. Now, Abel was also fixing up one other place of his, and he replaced the gas line. Now he needs it inspected. So we're looking for someone who can inspect.
And pardon me, Tom, specifically the text says it's only the gas line inspection that goes to the gas meter or the gas line, but he can inspect my furnace. I'd appreciate that. And this is in Fort Lupton if we have anyone.
Yeah, so if we can get someone to inspect, possibly very low cost or free of charge, it would be wonderful for him. Because he's been doing the work himself. He is helping a lot of people in need. He's a good man. So if anyone can help, please let us know. You know, it sounds like Tony Akers probably would be such a good guy, but Tony's probably very busy. Anyway, we'll look for someone. Meanwhile, if anyone can help him up there in Fort Lupton, let us know. You can always call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. I'm running way behind. So, Brian, you did say you had a Coupe de Ville for sale. I believe we wanted to do this on Car Day.
You told him to call back today from Car Day,
That's
Tom.
Right.
Just a reminder.
Right. So we're going to see if anybody is interested in your car. We'll do that after the break. It's a 75 Caddy Coupe de Ville.
Back on Friday.
And the thing that's crazy about this, Brian, is you only have how many miles on it?
It's less than 40,000 miles.
Less than 40,000 miles. Hold on. I got behind. We'll have to take this break real quick.
This is Denver's talk station. With Michael Brown in the morning, Dan Kaplis in the afternoon.
Mark, you said he wanted to get her tubes tied. What happened?
Oh, yeah. So we, have the baby, and I guess you do it all at one time. Makes sense?
Yeah. You do it the next morning.
Well, whenever she said, she basically got fucking a little jerky with me and said, that's full-blown surgery for a woman. You can go in and have get a vasectomy on outpatient. It only takes a minute. I don't think women should have that done. So, my wife basically just gave birth. So I'm not going to be fucking getting in this argument with her and the doctor in the hospital. So I ended up getting the vasectomy. But she fucking wrote me into it right as my wife gave birth. I thought it was bullshit.
Well, first of all, it is bullshit to say that nobody gets their tubes tied anymore.
I used to love to do that. It takes 20 minutes. You get paid great for it, and it's a nothing procedure.
Yeah, she made it sound like it was it's risky and it's major surgery and blah blah blah. The male should always get the
especially if the woman has an epidural, you leave the epidural in.
ColoradoPainCare.com. I was just bragging about how I don't have pain, thank God. And thank Colorado Pain Care, Sport and Spine. Those docs are passionate, but they are people of action. They don't take a long time to research something. They know about most pain, so they get right to it. They have minimally invasive procedures like trigger point injections. They have other things like spinal cord stimulators, nerve blocks, whatever you need to get out of pain. They have physical therapy that they teach you what to do on your own. I love the people there. 303 Got Pain. They got me out of pain twice. Once for a chronic condition I've had for years, then another for an acute condition where I injured myself working out. ColoradoPainCare.com, 303 Got Pain. Same day appointments available now, 303 Got Pain. You hear me talk about loans, and I talk about them because real estate is on fire. But did you know there's a loan you can get from Affordable Interest Mortgage that I call the fix-up loan? Think about this. You buy a house, right? Or you want to buy a house, but it needs some fixing up, and you don't have the cash to do it. You can actually build it into the loan, and they'll appraise that house as if it's fixed up. Then the money to fix it up is put in escrow. When you move in, then you unlock that money to fix up the house. It's all in the loan. The fix-up loan. That's Affordable Interest Mortgage. 720-895-0500 or AImortgage.net. The fix-up loan. Also ask about their liquid loan, which is a 30-year line of credit with a checking account so you can write what you need when you need it or pay it down as you don't. 720-895-0500, AImortgage.net.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Before we start, can everyone make sure to mute your...
What's that sound?
It's me. That's the sound of a sale on our new store.
That's cool.
Thanks, Doug. Everyone, please go on mute.
Every 28 seconds, a business like ours makes its first sale on Shopify. As the all-in-one commerce platform designed for anyone to sell anywhere, Shopify powers over 1.7 million businesses around the world. Reach customers online and across social networks with an ever-growing suite of channel integrations and apps. Synchronize your online and in-person sales. Gain insights as you grow with detailed reporting of conversion rates, profit margins, and more. More than a store, Shopify grows with you. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify.
Go to Shopify.com/KHOW for a free full access 14-day trial. Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to Shopify.com/KHOW right now. Shopify.com/KHOW.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas.
If you are a small business owner, do you know if you're overpaying for workers' comp insurance? Hi, I'm John Swigert, founder of Pi Insurance. Most insurance companies aren't set up to give small businesses the savings you deserve. That's why I created Pi. We serve small businesses exclusively, and we could save you up to 30% at trypi.com. At Pi, we take pride in our outstanding service. We're rated excellent on Trustpilot by customers who tell us Pi is affordable and easy to work with. Savings mean more now than ever. What would you do with up to 30% savings on workers' comp? I imagine you'd invest it back into your company and your employees. From one founder to another, I know you work hard to build your business. Let us help you protect what you started. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths. Oh boy, the holidays are coming fast. And yes, I know you've been getting busier and busier, and I'm aware you might want to put off your new kitchen or bath project till later. I know that, but as it is every year, it's my job to keep all of our people busy right through the holidays into the new year. So, can we entice you to call now, order now, and install later?
This is Todd Cicchini. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll make you a business offer. If you call now and take a look, and then decide to go ahead with your full kitchen or bath project, we'll reduce the retail price by a full 15%. But you have to understand, we'll only be doing this for a short time.
That's right, Todd. That means the folks will get a beautiful new look in their kitchen or bath at a time that works for them, and we'll keep all our people busy right through the so-called slow time of year. Perfect. Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Just hearing the word cancer can be frightening. At Kaiser Permanente, we're a leader in the prevention, early detection, and treatment of cancer. We keep track of your cancer screenings and remind you when it's time for the next one. And if you ever do hear that word, our teams of specialists use cutting-edge treatments to help make other words like hope, recovery, and cancer-free possible. Kaiser Permanente, tomorrow's healthcare today. Learn more at kp.org/thrive.
630 KHAL, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi.
Tom Martino here.
713 Talk, 713-8255. Don't forget the Compass Insurance Checkup. It's really something everyone should do. That's the insurance checkup. It is free and comprehensive from Compass Insurance Group. 303-996-9000. 996-9000. Free. Complimentary. It'll give you a better deal or show you have a great deal. Let's keep going. So Brian has a 75 Caddy Coupe de Ville for sale with over 40,000 original miles. Wait for the onslaught right now, sir, because you're going to have Mark saying, "Oh my God, who wants to buy that piece?" And listen, it is out of
so much to fill up. Just
no.
the gas mileage.
First and foremost, it is an older car, but there are people who love those older cars. 75 Caddy Coupe de Ville. For sale. You don't know what to ask for it. As I said, it's a specialty car for those.
There's quite a few of them out there with less than 10,000 miles, whether they're real deals or not.
For how much?
15, 16 grand. How much are you thinking, man?
I just want something reasonable. I don't know. On Friday, Tom told me, they start at 12, and then I could make possibly a boatload, but I
don't think you can make a boatload, but
literally.
But they're beautiful. They're beautiful cars for some. I mean, the model and all that old car.
Listen, I told Tom during the break, if he drove it for 1 year, if he bought it from you for 15 and drove it for 1 year, I'd give him freaking. You might want to kill that. 15,
no, you didn't say it. You didn't say it.
Hey,
he didn't say it. He didn't say it.
Didn't Jeff or Kevin say everything has to be drained and the gaskets and seals all replaced because they're dried out?
Yeah, but he might have been driving it.
No, he said it hadn't been.
How long has it been sitting there, Bri?
Well, it's been in the garage for 17 years.
How long? When was the last time it was started?
Probably, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Well, no, really, for real, the last time.
Yeah, probably 3-4 years ago.
3 or 4. There's a big now that, according to Jeff Vick and most everyone, basically every seal in that car has to. I mean, it's an engine job. You're basically tearing it apart and rebuilding it.
And what do you do
with all hoses? Now listen, not just the hoses and the belts, but everything, single seal in it.
How about when it comes to the gasoline? That thing was set on a carburetor to run off of straight up gas, leaded gasoline. What do you do there?
You put additives in the gas because it needs the lubrication. The older cars had closer tolerances than they do now, so they required lead for the lubrication. Wasn't that the way it was now? Or just the opposite. But yeah, they needed the lead for lubrication, and we have less lubricated fuel right now. So really, additives help.
You know what I'd do if I were him? I'd sell it on roller auction, man. You're going to get a lot of people looking at it. It's an online auction. It's going to be sold as is.
How is the paint? Is it chalking or is it really shiny?
It's good. I mean, it's in great condition. So you said roller auction?
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, though, Brian, just really between you and I, if that hasn't been running, they're basically redoing the engine. Because they have to take it apart. They have to put all new seals. Think about putting a head gasket on that, oil pan gasket on that, and all of those. I mean, think about what that takes.
That's why you auction it, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Roller auction. It's pretty cool. So
now, when you say 40,000 original miles, I would put a disclaimer that hasn't run in 4 years. Come on. And you do not want to be the one to start it up.
The auction will give them the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, just go to rollerauction.com, man. We've got a lot of businesses on referral lists that use them for stuff. It's a really good company, man. And it generates, more importantly, it generates a lot of people looking at everything they're selling. In fact, we should call them up and do spots for them, as much as we mention them for buy and build.
Buy and build does use them. But if anybody's interested that's listening, though, we'll put out the word. We want to tell people that we don't know Brian, but you guys can verify it. And frankly, it doesn't matter if it has 40,000 original miles because you're going to crack that engine anyway. And you're going to mic everything. Once it's open, you may as well.
If the body's beautiful and someone really wants it, or if there is collectors looking at them, I mean, it'd be a project car.
Right, yeah, and I would rather have them do that, crack the engine, as opposed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you won't get your money out of it. And not only that, but now we got to think about the tranny as well. That has to be cracked and serviced and new gaskets and everything. Suze, what were you going to say?
I don't know if you saw on the screen, and I haven't been listening because I'm on the phone, but apparently bringatrailer.com might be a good fit for Brian.
Bring a trailer. Oh, cool. Bring a trailer. Never heard of it. Well, let's look at it. Bringatrailer.com means we have something for sale, but it ain't going to drive. Look at this one 1996 Porsche that comes up, 911 Turbo. They want $155,000. In fact, they got a current bid. What are you kidding? The 78 Eldorado right now. Is anybody bidding on it? Not much. Yeah, it may not be a good fit, but why do they say bring a trailer? Because you're not going to drive away? Like, look at this 2019 Chevrolet ZR1 Corvette. That's a beautiful car, 1,700 miles. Anyway, bringatrailer.com. First time I ever heard of it. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255.
Yeah, those caddies are everywhere for 10 to 12 with his mileage. You know why there's so many low miles ones? People couldn't afford to drive them in the 70s.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't the 70s when they had to line up for fucking gasoline?
Yeah, 73 was the embargo.
You could only go to like one station once a week?
And it had to do with your license plate, even odd numbers.
I remember that.
That was 73.
I forgot all about that.
You're going to remember real soon under this fucking wacko we got up there now.
God, if we had gas lines, that fucker's so out.
Kill the pipelines, kill everything.
Well, come on, they're having $6 gas in California.
He killed it wasn't at his first executive order. The day after 150.
No, the wall. Because as you can see, that worked out real well.
The season is here, along with the best deals.
Oh God! And now this payment. Hold on, guys. $450,000.
FixMyHome.com. That's right. FixMyHome.com is the place to go to get your $39 furnace checkup and clean. And by the way, the Ultra Clean Special. If another company did this, it would be several $100s. Now, they're only doing it for people that never had it done before, but do it before the real cold weather comes because then you have room to breathe if they find something wrong. But most of the time, they just get it ready for the winter with a no-breakdown guarantee for just $39. It's like a refurbishment. FixMyHome.com. Fix it 24/7. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. Hey, Genesis Total Exteriors, you know what they're doing right now. Solar systems as well. GenesisSolarCO.com, the same reliable company. Now, this manufacturer that they're in line with for the solar gives a 25-year warranty on all components and a 25-year performance guarantee to a point where they will write you a check for what you don't produce if they overestimate it. It only takes 20 minutes to get your analysis to see what that guarantee will be. 20 minutes off-site. In fact, you get a free Yeti cup. That's like a $30 or $40 balance or value when you call Genesis to have this done. GenesisSolarCO.com, 303-474-4317, 474-4317. Reverse loans. They can be tricky unless you use the right company. Silverleaf Mortgage will take care of you. Silverleafmortgage.com. Now, I'm going to give you a phone number in a minute here, and if you know someone who needs a reverse loan, 62 or older, with plenty of equity, equity's never been higher, rates have never been lower. With a reverse loan, you take what you need when you need it, or you take monthly payments, and you don't have to worry about paying it back. And you can't lose your home if you just pay your insurance and taxes. In fact, even estates have money left over at the end because homes usually appreciate more than the reverse loan. Silverleafmortgage.com, 720-REVERSE. They even have a nonprofit foundation that helps you fix up the house to get it ready for the reverse loan. 720-REVERSE.
In the 90s, Bruce Willis couldn't avoid...
So, regardless of what you ever thought about the kneeling with Kaepernick,
what is he doing now? The slavery?
This Netflix thing is crazy.
What is it? It's a movie, right?
It's a documentary. I have not watched it, but what I saw was a little bit. They showed a clip. I will watch it, though.
He is likening the NFL to slavery.
Yes, he's saying
except they get millions.
When you get, which is the whole, how can it be slavery? Because slavery, basically you're not selling yourself. You're getting sold. You're the item. You get shit. He's saying the draft is just like picking out slaves, and it's like it has pissed off most players in the NFL. Period. End of story. They're like, how many slaves get $3 million a year?
Or how many slaves get a $30 million signing bonus?
It's just crazy. I think he's become shock and awe.
Okay, so follow me on this Megan girl who needs $8 grand.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'm looking at her eviction notice and it says $3 grand or something. Then I get a call from a man who just left the food pantry he works at. Says he also volunteers at another organization and knew who Megan Scott was. They paid her August rent of $1,200. So he's like, I'm not real sure why she needs $8 grand. So he said, can you please send me a breakdown of why you need $8 grand, because that's not clear in your email. She says, sure, I'll send you the ledger. Okay, email it to me. Then she texts me, I apologize, I got my bill mixed up. I didn't realize this month had already been included. I'm sorry. The total as of today is $54.94. It's like, oh, I did need, it's like, oh, I didn't need $8 grand. I just need under 6,
So August, September.
I don't know. See, I'm trying to figure out what month she owes for, because this guy says we paid her August rent.
And she's still working, correct?
I've been sending you that info.
Oh, yeah, where is it?
I'm
going to call right now.
Anyway.
I'll call and get the real deal on her job history.
What months are they for? So,
Oh, she didn't send you the actual ledger?
Mark, as soon as I get my spots done, I'm just going to leave.
Okay, Tom?
Oh, it's great. What? Oh, I'm leaving for a TV shoot that can't be postponed.
Okay. When are you going to be on TV? I'll look for you.
It's my commercial shit.
Oh, okay.
It's my shit. Yeah.
Just watch 9 News in the morning. Or Fox.
You think I'm going to get that
George
early?
runs a lot on Fox in the morning.
You think I want to get up that early to look at him?
Silverleaf uses me too, but this is one called core scans that we haven't started.
Oh, right. This is the one with the soft plaque.
Yeah. I'm going to have Mark do it. It's my gift to him. Come on, Mark. I'm telling you, it's good. It's not bad. I think you'll be fine. Your dad's healthy as shit.
Hey, Mark, after we do this...
I have way more plaque than I ever imagined in my life. But I'm doing something about it.
After the break, let me go on and talk about the viral shedding.
Yeah, they are. These guys literally said we'd like to get the close out on that.
Get what?
Mark
get his summary.
On the viral shedding?
And on the menstrual stuff.
Yeah, that's they want to get the end of that.
I will give you the definitive.
You see this video of Biden falling asleep during the climate speech. You can't make this shit up. They got it's right there on Fox. They got the whole thing. He's sitting there like this, and then all of a sudden...
They need to pump him up with some B12.
Yep, just before every...
Why don't you get Rocky on an IV to get to Biden? Give him some B12, pump him up. Give him a little...
Okay, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget waterpros.net, the best for less. I can't say enough about these guys. Waterpros.net for softening, conditioning, treatments, purification, whole house systems, under $2,000. That's right, under $2,000. Think about that. And you can get a drinking fountain at the kitchen for purified water under $1,000. Waterpros.net. Lily, what's going on, Lily? Where have you been all my life?
Oh, Tom.
What's going on?
I don't know. But, you know, I have a situation that has just been driving me nuts since the 4th of October.
What's going on?
And, well, you know, I have lived here at this apartment home for 8 years. My 9th-year lease is coming up 11/30 of this year, which is this month.
Okay.
And I have been addressing two problems. One was mold on my dining room wall, which backs up against the laundry room. And I've always had mold issues here, but the old management, she always tended to it, so there was no problem.
Well, what do you mean? How does she tend to it? She obviously didn't get rid of it.
No, well, you know what she did is she had some people come in and cut down the sheetrock halfway down where the mold would come in, the water.
She really did. Wait. So she really took care of it, but why does it keep coming back?
Because they did like only half a wall, and it's coming up through the top now, up above that steel. Well, anyway,
yeah,
the
but
management changed.
Here's the first rule of fighting mold. Get rid of the source of the mold, which is water. If you don't get rid of it, stop it. No matter what you do to mediate it, it'll come back.
Well, see, that's a public laundry room, so I don't have any control over that.
Yeah, but
let me just
wait. Okay, so it's not. What's a public laundry room? You mean where it's leaking from?
Yes.
But it's leaking into your apartment. You do have control of it if it comes from the laundry room to your apartment.
Yeah, but I did. You know, Tom, I called verbally the assistant manager in November of 2020, and I told her about this mold. She said, well, we just had a lot of maintenance people quit, and we can't address it. We'll just go in there and get kills on it and paint it. And
but
she said,
they have to stop the water.
I know.
Okay, listen. What do you need from us? Because I already told you what you need, but apparently, not fixing this. You're coming up for renewal. What do you need from us? How can we help you?
Tom, I addressed this thing 3 times with three backup letters. On the 4th, they came in here.
Lily, I want to take you after the break because we're running out of time. Here's what I want to ask you. What if they don't address it? You can't make them.
Well, that's only the simple. The sewage pipe is broken, and the sewage...
All right, hold on. I have a feeling she's going to have to move. They don't have to fix it.
The Sharpest Rise in Englewood wants to keep you safe.
Hey, put her name in there real quick. I don't have her name.
And maybe she can move in with that other lady and share the rent.
Hold on, Marsha. What do we need?
Yeah, is Megan Scott in? Yeah, Mark Major. Yeah, Megan Scott, please. Yeah, Mark Major. From the Tom Martino Show. Oh, why did you do that, Megan? That was a little odd. Okay. How long have you worked there?
Listen for your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
Yeah, maybe in a second. Hey, I had a different question, though. We had someone call right after you were on, saying that they paid your August rent,
prioritize tackling the effects of climate change.
So we had the tools, I think we have the know-how, and we have the resources.
Who was that? I mean, who was he with, though?
Climate crisis to humanity strapped to a doomsday device. More than 130 world leaders gathered.
Yeah, okay, that's...
The U.S. hitting another COVID milestone today, said Jeff Zients, White House coronavirus response coordinator.
80% of adults now have at least their first shot, and 70% of adults are now fully vaccinated.
60 million Americans haven't even received...
But how does it go, if he paid your August, how all of a sudden you know, like...
For 18-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, accused of killing 2 people and wounding a 3rd during a Kenosha, Wisconsin protest last year over the wounding of an unarmed black man, Jacob Blake. This is ABC News. A British banking executive is shown the door after reported ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The basis for the high-profile exit, a report by Financial Conduct and the Prudential Regulation Authority. Examine the way Chief Executive Staley
we will be talking to you.
Relationship with Epstein to Barclays, when he was Epstein's private banker in his previous job at J.P. Morgan. Details of that report have not been released. Regulators have refused to comment. So the party, Barclays says, Staley will receive $3.5 million payout in addition to other benefits. Down Rivers, ABC News.
Americans' viewpoints on the economy might be hitting a sour note.
An Associated Press NORC poll found that just 35% of Americans say the national economy is good, while 55% say it's poor. That's down from September when 45% felt the economy was in good shape.
ABC's Mark Remillard.
What is it now?
Had
I didn't hear.
119 tornadoes in October alone. The second most on record.
No, people are unhappy. People are fucking unhappy.
You've got to see this thing of him falling asleep.
I saw it.
Did you see where the guy came over and had to basically wake him up? If you keep watching it, they send someone over to wake him up. It's fucking unbelievable.
Just put a sign over it. They call sleepy.
Hey, China just launched some missiles. Will someone wake up Biden quick? I am interested who's running the fucking government, man.
Correction. He said he paid $1,012 on the demand for rent. It's just my handwritten. Do you want to see the demand for rent? It shows $1,200-ish.
Where's her ledger?
She hasn't sent it yet.
Oh.
But I can show you the demand for rent.
Yeah, let me see that. You know what? I just talked to her. She's at that McDonald's working right now. She just told me left and right he only paid $500.
Who?
Whoever called you from the Catholic Charities.
Oh, well, I don't believe that for one. I don't.
Do you have his number?
No.
He said 1,200.
No, I'm sorry, $1,012.
1,012.
He says we paid 1,000. He goes, we paid $1,012.
Okay. She just told me he only paid $500.
Telling you what he said. Do you want to see that demand?
And it was kind of weird when I asked for her. It was her that answered, and it's definitely a McDonald's. I made sure. And
did you get to the manager?
She's like, "Who's calling?" No, I just asked for her. I just want to see if anybody there ever even heard her name. But she answered, and when I asked for her, she goes, "Hold on." And then she comes back and goes, "McDonald's." And I said, "Is so-and-so there again?" She goes, "Who's calling?" I said, "Mark Major from the Tom Martino Show." She goes, "Oh, it's me." It was just weird. It's like, why? It was just weird.
Now, in-track traffic from the DuckDuckGo Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor. Good, up and down I-25.
She's worked there 5 years, though. That's a plus, man.
In fact, most of our metro area freeways moving along at posted limits or above with just a few pockets of slow traffic. And we are seeing that slow eastbound I-70 right around York and westbound 270 around Vasquez. Crash off highway southbound Parker Road at Isla. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a 10% chance for a rain snow mix today with a high of 44.
You know, fuck that. These people suck.
Tomorrow, a 40% chance for a rain
I'm doing away with this piece of shit.
Currently, it's 38.
What's that?
Nothing. I just get tired of this, how Google plays with Apple. I'd rather have the Google part, not the Apple part. They think they're so fucking proprietary.
What do they integrate? What are you talking about?
My contacts, if I enter it, it's supposed to just be it's supposed to be merged with Google. Apple fucking doesn't play well with others. They just want everything to be their own. They just suck.
That's why I own nothing.
Damn it, come on, guys.
No, trust me, man, I love Apple. I'm not dissing Apple. I'm just saying when it comes to their contacts and all that other shit, they want to handle it their own way.
Yeah, I know. That's my point.
So I just do away with it and just use Google. I mean, when it comes to that, the only thing I don't use with Mac is that the email, the contacts. I don't want all that shit they do. I just don't think they know how I want fucking shit. I don't like it. But they're so arrogant because they have their way or the highway.
Serious law firm for serious cases. Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway. Did the White House coordinate with the NASB to try to shut down angry parents at school board meetings? We'll have the congressman who has some emails that may shed light on the matter. Monday, 6:30 K out Denver Talk Day. It's your chance to win $1,000.
Can you believe you don't fucking if you don't agree with the government now, you're a terrorist.
Yeah, I saw that happening. I saw that a while back.
Well, the AG did come out and clarify.
What the AG say? Really?
We are not going at. He was.
Oh, really? What did he say? That parents are not terrorists now?
Yes, and nor are we going to treat them that. Nor would we use the the Patriot Act, any of that.
Good. You know, I'm glad they're starting to actually address some of this shit.
It is fucked up.
There was someone else who said something you said. I forget what you said earlier.
Tom Martino, welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Genesis Total Exteriors now does solar. GenesisSolarCO.com. I need to remind you of that because so many people are asking for a good solar company. GenesisSolarCO.com. GenesisSolarCO.com. You get to use them and get a 25-year guarantee on both product and production and an off-site inspection to find out if you're a candidate. That only takes 20 minutes. GenesisSolarCO.com. Lily has an apartment issue we're helping her with. And let me get this straight. You've been in it 8 years. This month comes up for renewal. There's mold on the dining wall. I get that. You want that fixed, Lily. Here's what I want to tell you, okay? I understand what you're saying. However, your apartment complex, you cannot force them. Well, you can, but it's not going to be before your renewal. They'll just let you leave. You can't force them efficiently to fix that mold and renew your lease all at the same time. I'm trying to be honest with you here and straightforward. You don't want to renew your lease until they fix the mold. They're not going to fix the mold necessarily. In fact, they may want you out of there. I don't know.
They do.
And then you're gonna leave. Are you willing to leave?
Well, yeah. On the 4th of October, they gave me a non-renewal.
Okay, well then you already then why do you care? Hold on. If they've given you a non-renewal, why do you care about the mold?
Well, no, I don't care. The mold is. I only started my story with that, but the biggest thing was the sewer gases that have been coming into the apartment, and not only mine but others, all through the spring and summer. And they said that they had a break in the sewage pipe, and that corporate didn't want to fix it. And so anyway, I addressed this. Well,
do you understand you have to be out in a couple days?
Yes, I have an apartment, Tom.
Then why do you care? Then Lily, please tell me, why do you care about the remaining issues at this place?
I don't care about that at all, but I called them up Friday and asked them if they could prorate my rent. It's $1,450, and she said, no, we cannot. Your lease ends on 11/30. You have to pay the full amount, which is due Wednesday.
Right, that's right.
And so,
hold on. But they can't make you. Listen, Lily, if they're holding you to the whole rent, then you don't have to be out of there until then.
I know, but my new apartment is ready to be moved in.
Oh, I get it.
On the 17th.
I get it.
On the 17th.
Well, okay, so then you can stay there till the 17th. No, they don't have to prorate your rent, Lily. You want the truth, right? Or would you rather I just lie to you and say, oh, yeah, Lily, that's too bad. They shouldn't do that to you. They don't have to prorate your rent.
Okay. That's what I need to know,
that's
because
the
I
truth.
don't want bad credit.
Huh?
I don't want bad credit.
Yeah, so
I
listen,
don't want bad credit.
I don't know why they wouldn't. It seems mean to me that they wouldn't, but they don't have to.
Yeah, they're mean here, Tom. Not only to me, to a lot of people.
That's too bad.
You know?
Hey, I hope you found a nicer place.
Well, it's not nicer. It was what I could afford, but it's neat and clean, and that's all that's important right now.
Yeah. They never Lily, they never tackled the mold issue. They never tackled the sewer gases. You're better to get out of there.
Oh, I know that. I know, but it's just that I didn't expect for them to pull the rug from under me. You know, I mean, all of a sudden I'm looking for an apartment. I don't make the money that I
think a lot of people are not being renewed. You know that? And do you know why?
Probably.
Isn't there a limit on how much they can raise rent? But if they re-rent it brand new, I think they can raise it.
Well, no, there's a limit how many times they can raise it. Maybe in Denver there might be a limit of how. No, I don't think there's a limit on dollars. It's how many times.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I mean, Denver.
Well, I don't know. There was something you read one time that was chilling.
Yeah, that was they could only raise 10% once a year.
What's the name of the place you're living in so people won't move there?
Palmetto Club.
Did
in Arvada.
What is it called?
Palmetto Club Apartments.
Palmetto Club. Palmetto Club. Okay. Yeah, it's named after a cockroach. Yeah. Palmetto.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, I'm leaving here.
That's not that thing in an olive?
Those big ones in Florida.
Yeah, it's a
fly around.
It's just a euphemistic name for nothing more than a cockroach.
Nice.
Oh my God. Well, you know, Paul, I just don't want bad credit. That's what I don't want.
Well, then don't make sure you pay your rent. You're in good shape.
Yeah, I think you're fine right now. I think you are. 303-713-TALK.
$450,000 per person.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Biden administration is considering payments to families that were separated at the southern border. In other words, people coming over illegally where the kids and parents were separated, each of them, not just the family entity, each of them getting $450,000 for the separation, which, by the way, is more than any soldier gets that dies overseas during a war.
Oh, come on. Is this true?
It's very true.
Are we kidding?
It's under consideration.
Is this world
done?
Is this world going crazy?
Can you imagine, though? Someone here illegally is now worth more than a World War II vet that had died. Well, I don't even want to use old money. Even in future money right now, an Afghanistan vet.
And what kind of separation is it requiring to get that money?
Well, basically it says families that were separated during Trump's administration, of course, is what they're referring to mostly. So, in other words, the family...
But wasn't it true? I heard it was being done during the Obama administration as well.
Well, this, of course, is only talking about this. And by the way, this isn't Fox News. This is Forbes, which I can clarify really is about money. It doesn't really lean that many ways. If it does lean, I think it leans left. $450,000. The offer comes to nearly $1 million per family, as most families who cross a border included one parent and one child.
Isn't it weird? Do you remember a time things were different when they treated the flu with chicken soup and chicken soup and now instead of communism?
Yeah.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, we have open lines for the first time this morning. You can get right through. I want to remind you that Pastor Lauren Richmond at the East Denver Bible Baptist Church is taking a food drive up. They're going to be distributing November 22nd. So before they distribute, they have to collect. They need canned sweet potato stuffing mix, canned cranberry sauce, turkey gravy, cornbread, mix, pies, turkeys. or coupons for turkeys, instant mashed potatoes, or money. And by the way, no cooked items. Here's their number if you want to give to them. 303-916-3214. 303-916-3214. You make an appointment for drop-off. You can read more about them at parkhillpantry.com. parkhillpantry.com.
Maybe you have a loved one who forgets routine tasks more than usual, like letting the dog out, or struggles with chores like laundry or cooking. Sometimes what may seem like a senior moment consistent with normal aging could be symptoms of MCI, the earliest clinical stage of Alzheimer's. If you or someone you know is experiencing difficulties like these, or other memory issues or mood changes, talk to a doctor and consider asking about cognitive screening. You can also learn more about MCI and
so if I go to Mexico and burn my passport, will they let me come back?
Yeah. Sure. Call them for help. For help when it comes to your health insurance. Because it's crazy to try to shop for health insurance on your own. Now that we're in open enrollment, whether you have Medicare or regular insurance, please call Integra to get the help you need. They'll sift through all the different options and come up with what you need to make wise buying decisions. It's really important. You know, you don't pay any extra going to a broker like Integra. In fact, they can save you money. Open enrollment for a start date of January 1st. Don't assume you'll be automatically renewed. Don't get lost in the health insurance maze. Health insurance made simple and smart. Integra, I-N-T-E-G-R-A, IntegraInsurance.com, 303-466-5500, 303-466-5500. SimplyFloorsInc.com. You know what I say about Simply Floors Inc.? It's simply the best choice for floors when it comes to pricing, when it comes to installation, and more importantly, when it comes to expertise on what to buy and why to buy it. They have every floor covering imaginable. You can make an appointment for in your home, and they'll bring whatever you're interested in. Simply Floors Inc. That's I-N-C. SimplyFloorsInc.com. That's SimplyFloorsInc.com. GenesisSolarCO.com. GenesisSolarCO.com. The company you want to take a look to see if you're a candidate. They can do that in 20 minutes without ever going to your property. And just for calling for that assessment, for that evaluation of solar, just for doing that, you get a Yeti cup that's free, like a $30 or $40 value. Plus, their systems are guaranteed 25 years, both components and 25 years for your production. GenesisSolarCO.com. That's GenesisSolarCO.com. All right, don't forget, RealCBDThatWorks.com. RealCBDThatWorks.com for pain, inflammation, for anti-anxiety. Some people use it for traveling. Get your gift certificates, or not gift certificates, but buy it as a gift. Put Tom in the promo code. Get 30% off. RealCBDThatWorks.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new
Holy
home.
Shit, man. I forgot to chew and swallow half of that fucking thing.
I did all of my, hold on. I did all of my in-house. You don't have anything to worry about. Hold on, I'm just going to get out of here.
Woo!
Thank you, Mark, very much.
Son of a bitch, that was bad. I haven't coughed like that for fucking ever.
You're lucky Doc didn't have to give you a hiney lick.
I didn't.
A hiney lick. A hiney lick maneuver.
Oh, hiney lick.
Hey, did you see that one porn star? Who's a male that was in all the movies in the 70s, 80s?
Well, there were two of them. One was the guy that was in Deep Throat. I forget his name, but he was...
Ron Jeremy.
No, that wasn't Deep Throat. That was...
He's in fucking the federal...
He's the one in jail.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What's he
you're the one who talked about it.
I did?
You did. You told us fucking Ron Jeremy was in jail for something.
He's facing a shitload of stuff.
You brought it out.
Why is he in jail? I don't know why I don't remember shit I bring up.
For rape.
Can you actually get in jail for rape?
Oh, my God. Like rape, like not one person either. Like all kinds of shit, man.
You were the one who brought it up.
All right, okay. I forget shit, Doc. God, I'll have to go back and read the article now. Oh, my God.
Harry Reams.
Yeah. Harry Reams. That was Deep Throat.
That was Deep Throat.
Never heard of him.
He was the most famous before Ron Jeremy.
Like hung like the horse fucking deal?
Yeah.
That's him.
He was the one that was in Behind the Closed Door.
Was he the one they did the movie on? Was that supposed to be him?
Yes.
With Linda Lovelace.
No.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Yes.
So that's based on him?
Yeah.
Kind of a dumb country kid?
Yeah, yep.
I didn't know that.
Guys.
Take
Love
care.
you all.
Good luck.
Love you
All right. Have a good shoot.
Thank you.
Woo! Fuck.
All right, Mark, I'm coming on back about all this survival shit.
I'll bring it up. Hold tight. Is that what they were saying? Viral?
About protein shedding and about menstrual periods.
Okay, got it.
All bullshit.
I got it. Holy shit, that was a cough.
All right, guys. Mark is in the high chair now.
Watch this. I'll fuck with them. Damn it. How do you make this go down? Damn it. It's broke. I was going to shrink it and bring my mic down. I actually don't like sitting this high. Oh, man.
Okay.
Fuck, I swallowed. It's like I forgot to chew and I swallowed a big chunk of a candy bar.
It's got candy, caramel, and crusty nuts on the outside of it. Who swallows this dang thing?
Fucking thing's delicious,
No
isn't
wonder
it?
it didn't plug your choke up. You plug your choke all up.
WesteraCU.com. That's WesteraCU.com. Denver's top.
There it goes. Supreme Court not blocking Texas abortion law. They're all going to be pissed today.
All right, 303-713-8255. Been ripped off or taken advantage of. I want to hear from you. Honestly, seriously, ripped off or taken advantage of. This is the show for you. Suzanne, let's get that woman back up. I've got a few questions for her. I already forget her name. She called up. I talked to her at her job, actually. What's her name?
Megan?
Yeah, get Megan back up. Megan called in looking for $8,000. She's back on her rent. Yeah, there's a lot to it. We're going to get her back up. I'd like to talk to her. But in the meantime, you have anything to discuss, 303-713-8255. Now, Friday I was out, and I'm leaving Sports Clips because that's where I get my hair cut, or my hair's cut. And on the way back, I hear the oddest topic I think I've ever heard on this show, and I wasn't here. So all I hear is a woman talking about she's not going to give massages anymore to other people, especially if I understood it right, that have not been vaccinated, because there is some kind of vaginal something. Doc, you were here talking about it. Shedding. Okay. First of all, what did I miss Friday? And did you guys convert into a medical show Friday? Because I have never. Okay. And I'll be honest. I listened for about 3 minutes, and I didn't want to listen anymore, but now I'm intrigued. What happened?
It was very simple. People were calling up with myths about the COVID-19.
And what was that particular one?
About it affecting women's periods and viral shedding and protein shedding.
What is viral shedding?
Viral shedding is when you have the virus and you shed it by coughing, breathing, which is 100% correct. But you can't have viral shedding by getting the vaccine, because the vaccine doesn't have any virus in it. So if you contract COVID, you can shed the vaccine because it's in your body.
But okay.
But
if you actually have COVID, technically you can shed COVID.
Yes, but you can't shed COVID by getting the vaccine, because the vaccine does not have viral particles in it.
Well, how about like the regular, like I got my flu shot today, literally on the way to work. My understanding, Or is that just a dead flu shot?
It's an attenuated vaccine, so it's a totally different story.
I understand that, but could I shed because I got that vaccine?
Typically not, because...
I'm not saying would I, could I?
No, because the vaccine stays in the muscle cells, okay? So if you were to come down with the flu, then you could shed it because then you would have the viral particles. But you wouldn't have viral shedding from the vaccine being injected into your muscle cells. Okay?
All right.
And the other thing is that this whole thing about...
So really the whole thing was, well, hold on. I don't want to glance over what you just said. The shot we're talking about, or the vaccine for COVID-19, because of, what is it, mDNA?
It's mRNA.
mRNA technology does not have any of the virus actually in it.
That's correct.
It's basically a recipe to stimulate our cells just to create the antibodies. The virus was never present.
That is 100% correct.
Unlike older methods.
Absolutely.
Or other methods.
Absolutely correct.
Now, thinking of that, and then we'll go back to that, that technology is insane because you could actually create virtually anything in the future. I'm sure we don't have the technology now, but why not use mRNA to say, okay, cells, I want you to go to the kidneys, the lungs, the liver, find whatever's wrong and reproduce the good stuff?
Well, because what the mRNA does, it produces a protein. So if there is a disease entity in which a protein is responsible, then yes, technically you could do it.
Yeah, but why couldn't you use mRNA? It gives the cells a direction.
Right. But it only gives the cells a direction to produce a protein.
As of now.
Right.
I'm saying that's
all mRNA can do.
That's all it can do is create a protein.
It creates a protein.
Is there a protein, I mean, as a doctor, is there a protein that would help repair your kidneys?
I can't give you an honest answer to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, continue on with this craziness from
The
Friday.
other thing about women with their periods, nobody will argue the fact that stress is related to regulation of menstrual periods. End of story. Nobody disagrees with that. So people who are stressed out about getting the vaccine can have altered menstrual periods. In one of the studies, that I don't remember whether it was Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer, they had 42, I think 23 and 21 pregnant women who got pregnant. None of them had any adverse reactions from the pregnancy. There was some suggestion that the mRNA coded for a protein that was similar to one found in placental cells, and therefore the protein would attack the placental cell and cause a miscarriage.
Just like
totally false.
Honestly, Doc, just like Friday. You know, I think what you guys had going on Friday is basically you had a nutcase caller calling up. She's not going to give massages anymore to people that got vaccinated. Is that correct?
And it's nonsense.
I know, that's fine, and I can see entertainment in there. But your rebuttal to it, my God, it's so medical.
I'm sorry, but the only way to rebut it is by facts.
I understand
The fact is the vaccine has no effect on pregnancy outcomes, or menstrual periods.
All right.
Okay?
I got you.
Fair enough?
Yep. Now, listen, folks, I'm going to go to Megan. Megan called up before, 303-713-8255, by the way. And Megan said, look, I need about $8,000. Megan, I talked to you. I know you've worked at that McDonald's now for, what did you say, 4 or 5 years?
Yes, sir.
What are you, like a shift manager or what?
Assistant GM.
Okay. So I'm trying to understand the math a little more, and I do want to help you, but I'm trying.
Just before you begin, I'm
Sure.
sorry. Just before you begin, I did let them know, the lady that I spoke with, that it was actually $5,400. Me and my landlord had calculated incorrectly, and I'm sending the rent ledger now.
Yeah, we need to see that. But you're saying you don't actually need. Hold on a second, Megan. You're saying you don't actually need $8,000 now. You need $5,000, correct?
Yeah, I wasn't aware. I added the math wrong on the rent. Yes, I have that in text message proof to the lady that I was talking to. And the guy that called in, Mr. Don, paid $500 towards my rent, not the full amount, which is also on the ledger.
Suzanne, that's where I get a little. You talked to Don, right? And who's he
I had
with?
a gentleman named Don call.
From who?
I don't remember the name of the organization.
Catholic Charities.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He recognized your voice and your name on the air, Megan.
He said that he paid your August bill or your August rent for 1,000. Hold on a second, Megan, please. For 1,012. When I talked to you, you're saying he only gave you 500, so he's wrong on the 1,012?
Can I send you the receipt, sir? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course you can. But I'm asking you, is he just wrong? He forgot. That's all.
I'm assuming that's what he did because it's on the ledger. You look for yourself. It's on the ledger.
Megan, I'm not even saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying he said 1,012. You're saying 500.
Well,
I would guess this person donates through this Catholic charity quite a bit amount. So maybe he got it a little mixed up. He's probably listening. Double check your work and please call us back. But go ahead.
Well, Megan, did he write that check to you or directly to your landlord?
He wrote it directly to my landlord.
Maybe Don's listening and wants to call me back.
Yeah, maybe he got her mixed up with something. But, Megan, here's where I'm just getting a little confused going back to math. You were gone and out of work because of COVID, you said, for 12 days. And then you also had to pack up and go to Mississippi. Is that right? Maybe Georgia, I forget.
Mississippi.
Yeah, yep. Because somebody died and then your grandparents died of COVID. Just a horrible time. How much time did you miss from work altogether?
I'm not sure. I'd have to get the correct amount of days added up for you. That way I'm absolutely certain.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not trying. If you tell me 20 days and it's 23, I'm not going to go, gotcha. That's not my intent here at all. How much roughly? How many weeks? Hold on. Just think about that. Go ask your supervisor. You're at work. I literally just talked to her at work, so this should be easy to find out. But we'll figure that out and a lot more. 303-713-8255. We'll be right back.
Mark, did you say that the Supreme Court was going to enforce the Texas martial law?
Mile High. Hold on, I gotta pull these up.
Okay.
Mile High. State planning.
Now, impact traffic. From the DuckDuckGo Traffic Center. Report.
Mile High is
Ent Credit Union. Traffic trouble on the west side of town, I-70 eastbound. You got a crash near Kipling. Things are backed up to Highway 58. So heavy and slow through that area. Right lane blocked. Full highway closed for about 5 minutes. I-25.
Who's the other one? Blake Harris and
eastbound, a little bit of congestion as you make your way near York and Vasquez. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be a chilly one with a high of 44 degrees today. 44 tomorrow as well.
I'm sorry, what'd you say to leave? Is it working okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it choked out.
No.
3 to 6 inches of snow. Right now,
are these both 30s or 60s?
With no strings checking at Ent Credit Union.
Figure out how to get these cameras and mics synced, but
ATM hassle-free stress free. All free checking. Visit ent.com/no-strings. Account qualifications apply. Insured by NCUA.
Blake Harris, who is he? Well, he's an attorney at law. He can protect your legacy. He does lawsuit prevention, of course, asset protection. But what I personally used him for was a trust for my parents. This guy can do a will, a trust, a power of attorney, any kind of medical directives. And if you're older listening to this, think of what I'm telling you. If you do end up in the hospital, people say, when do you pull the plug? Well, that actually is a real question. More importantly, who do you want to make that decision? Maybe you've been remarried. Maybe you have stepkids now. Maybe you haven't updated your will or your trust. I want you to call Blake. What I love about him, and he did this for me as well, he does it for everybody. You talk to him about your situation, what you need done. He'll give you all the expert advice for free, and he'll tell you how much to do that trust or that will or that medical directive. He'll give you an upfront cost, not hourly, a flat rate price. I love it. 833-ASK-BLAKE is his number. 833-ASK-BLAKE. Actually, Saturday, Suzanne and I were over at some friend's house. We've known the Richards for, my goodness, a long time, 20 years plus. Great family, and they have a nice house up in the mountains. So they have a house down here, then they have a house up by a ski resort. So it's their secondary property, and we were talking about how he would refi it. He wants to take advantage of these great rates out there. I said, Dave, you've got to call Kurt Rogers over at AIM, that's Affordable Interest Mortgage, because he's got a product not only for a primary residence, but for a secondary or even a third residence that is unbelievable. You get a full line of credit on a secondary property. You get a full line of credit up to 80% of the value of the house, and you can use that money anytime. Then if you have money in the bank, you can offset your payment. I'm not going to try to explain it in 60 seconds, but I'm going to tell you this. If you're looking at a refi on your primary residence, which, by the way, you can get a refi up to 90% the value at that line of credit, but even buying a second home or refining a rental property, anything along those lines, would you call Kurt? You have to check out the liquid loan. You get the best interest rates. Simple interest, not compounded interest, like all these other banks try to get you on. But on top of that, you can offset the amount you owe by having money that's liquid in a savings and checking account. 720-895-0500, Affordable Interest Mortgage. Ask for Kurt, 720-895-0500.
Paid actor endorsement.
Mark, I'd like to speak with your manager, sir.
What's that?
No. Jacob Stemple. Mark, I'd like to speak with your manager, sir. Okay, MHOA, I'm pretty sure Suzanne is there. Suzanne, loud.
I emailed you the ledger.
Is it on a napkin?
Actually, it's not. I was surprised too. I thought it would be.
Megan Ledger.
It's easy to see why Tide is rated excellent on Trustpilot by customers. If you're a small business owner, check out Insurance for Workers' Comp. Ask your agent for Tide, or see how much you can save in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Michael Brown here, and you know I love people who are passionate about what they do. I want you to meet Wally Darling at Alpha One Wealth and Tax. This fiduciary offers you.
Oh, this is cheap. This is incredible.
To start planning for retirement, regardless of where you are in life, you can't get to a successful retirement without a plan, and I trust Alpha One Wealth to do just that. Call Alpha One Wealth and Tax at 833-650-75%, or just make an appointment online. Go to alphaonewealth.com.
Here's Bruce and Steve, the Williams brothers. Fresh from the pages of InStyle, Harper's Bazaar, and Elle magazines, Gabriel & Company is loved by both fashionistas and jewelers like us. Some gorgeous wearable diamond fashion pieces to the award-winning engagement rings. Each piece is designed with love in the heart of New York City. All of us at Williams Jewelers are proud to be your official Gabriel & Company jeweler. And to celebrate, you're invited to our exclusive Gabriel & Company event Friday and Saturday, November 12th and 13th. Spend just $500 or more on that early Christmas gift or fashion piece for yourself and receive Gabriel & Company's sterling Bougican necklace, a $100 value as our gift. Join us, won't you? Friday and Saturday, November 12th and the 13th, Gabriel & Company at both Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Featuring North in Inglewood, where Colorado shines.
Why do I want you to know about Colorado Pain Care Sporting and Spine? Because they can help you with any kind of pain. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martini and a patient. Musculoskeletal.
I don't see an ending for her.
Who is this woman?
God, it's just crazy, yeah.
Where is she? Are they threatening to throw out of her where she's living now?
Yeah.
Radio advertising can connect your business with holiday shoppers wherever they go. Use iHeart Ad Builder to create affordable custom radio ads right on your phone. Just click, listen, approve, then hear it on the radio. Create your customized ad today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Michael Lewis, GM at Maximum Auto Search. Are your car payments too high? Are you a first-time buyer paying a stupid rate? Refinance your car with me and save money. If you don't like saving money, don't call me. Otherwise, call Maximum Auto Search and refinance today, or visit us at MaximumAutoSearch.com.
You don't pay a cent until you're content, only with it.
pedestrian deaths. So what's behind all of this madness? How big a role for legalized marijuana? How do we make room safer? Join me at 4.
All right, 303-713-8255. You've been ripped off, taken advantage of. Just need some help. That's the phone number, 303-MARTINO. Or you can always email us at help@troubleshooter.com. By the way, I do have an email I'm going to read in a little bit. Very interesting that came in during the show. But as of this very second, I'm going to go back to Megan. And just to catch everybody up, Megan called up. She found herself in a pretty bad situation here. I'm looking at the ledger from her landlord. She owes about $5,000, well, actually about $5,500. And looking at this, you really didn't have any late fees or anything, Megan, up until, I think the first late fee I saw, well, yeah, somewhere around 6, so like June of this year. Prior to that, I don't really see any late fees. There might have been one, but I can't even find that one now. So explain again what happened to you this year.
A lot of unfortunate events that led up to this.
Well, yeah, okay, so let's go to 6/1 where you have that first late fee. What happened? I mean, everything really does look good there up until then. And I remember you saying you lost someone who died.
So first I hurt my foot, which I sent my doctor's note. There's a copy of that in there from when I injured my foot. My 2.5-year-old baby cousin died. Went to Mississippi for the funeral because I wouldn't miss that. I don't know who would. Which is also sent in the email.
But how much time would you miss just from going to a funeral in Mississippi?
I'm getting from my supervisor right now because I am at work, but unfortunately at our job we can't be on the phone and on the clock. So I clocked out to answer the call. So I'm currently sitting outside of my job.
Yeah, but how much time did you miss in Mississippi when you went there?
Probably, I'm not positive at all. That's why I'm asking
a week, a month? What are we talking? That's all I'm asking.
I say probably, so with all of this, I missed probably 6 weeks of work, I would say.
Okay. And then the question is, and Suzanne, 1 second, the question is all of a sudden you got behind, 3+ months with the late fees and everything else. If you missed 6 weeks, why are you so far back?
I mean, that's a lot of work to miss. I'm not sure. I paid that amount of rent, which you can see on the ledger, and I can send you my pay stubs as well. If that
How much
help.
Do you make?
I'll send you my pay stubs.
Well, I mean, just roughly. How much do you make a month? You don't even know that?
Yeah, I know how much I make when I'm not missing due to all of this.
That's what I mean. Under normal, you said you've worked there 4 or 5 years. Under normal circumstances.
I'm just trying to make sure there's not like any misconception. So
I understand. Suzanne, hold on a second. Hold on. Suzanne is perched.
Well, a couple things. I just spoke to Don again, so I have info there, but I am curious, how come there's not been one effort of payment since September 1st on this ledger? Not one effort of payment.
Well, you have, I see. That one is from, that one $500 payment is actually from St. Vincent.
Yeah, it's just.
That was truthful on my behalf. Okay.
So you have made one effort of payment in October or November, or?
Yeah, why is that? That's all we're asking.
I have applied. Okay. I feel like this is like a humiliation process is what I think.
Well, it's not.
It's not. I mean, honestly.
Do you want to know what Don said?
I do. What did Don say?
So this is curious, Megan. Don said $500 went to rent and the balance went towards your utilities. How come you didn't say that?
I have never listened to you guys' show ever in my life. Someone gave me the information, so I reached out for help.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
know what you required.
She's had the same job for 5 years. I mean, how long have you lived in this place? It looks like you've lived there, I don't know, a couple years. And like I said, honestly, Suzanne,
it's just, why wouldn't she mention the utilities? She said all they paid was $500. Why didn't they say, $500 towards rent and the rest towards utilities? I just wonder.
I didn't say I needed help with the utilities. You asked me what I needed help with. I said rent. you guys can enjoy your day and continue helping all these people. I am fine.
Okay.
Megan, see, I think I'm being perfectly, well, I guess that's it. I mean, what do you say?
Scammy.
You think so? The only thing, unlike some people, I mean, we ran one on somebody last week. What happened? You remember that? I mean, she just got out of prison for meth, and then on top of that, she was pending charges on having a possession of a firearm and meth-related charges as we were speaking to her. That, I believe, is a total scam. In fact, she was a total meth head.
Because, Mark, usually people who want help don't get on the defensive like that. She was on the defensive for something weird.
The only thing that really threw me off with her was that guy calling up saying, hey, we just gave her $1,022. And when I asked her about it prior to this, what did she say? She said, oh, no, he only gave me $500. So I don't know if she was saying only $500 for rent or that was it. But I don't know. But apparently she doesn't like questions being asked. Did we ever run a background check?
On who?
On this one.
No, I don't have her date of birth. I figured we'd get through this first before we spent the money doing a background check.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you folks think? 303-713-8255. I mean, honestly, what's your opinion of that? We'll be right back. What do you guys think on her? Doc, what do you think?
I think she's frustrated, she's scared, and she's young.
She's definitely all of those. But why do you think she freaked out towards the end?
Because
I thought I was being, honest to God, for me, I thought I was being pretty fucking good.
She didn't understand the process. She thought she would call up and get the money.
Just call, well, that didn't. Tell me the phone number to that show, and I'll call.
No, but that's what she thought. She said she never heard the show before.
All right, so I'm going to ask you that on live.
Okay, that's fine.
Talib, what do you think?
Not a whole lot. I'm just listening to her, and I'm thinking that she's, like Doc said, young.
She's never heard the show. She had no idea.
She said she hadn't heard the show, so she didn't know what was going on. She felt like she's being attacked. I think it's just your energy now. Maybe not what you're saying, but maybe it was just the way it was hitting her.
All right, check it out for less than $2,000. The guys at Water Pros, less than $2,000. You can get all the water in your house, a system, a whole house system for under $2,000. There's other companies out there. One of them starts with a C, something like that. And these guys are up to $8,000 for a similar system. And in fact, I'd say the Water Pro system's better. If you just want a point of use for like in your kitchen, these guys also have the best prices. They will do a free water test at your house as well. And this isn't one of these deals. They're going to come out and, you know, shake something up and tell you, oh, you're going to die and all this crap if you keep drinking the water. He's an honest guy. That's why we call him Paul the Waterman, the best for less. 303-862-5554. Call up for that free water test. By the way, unlike a lot of these other companies, they have all licensed plumbers that install your stuff. So you get the best service, you get the best insurance, the best licensed guys out there, and you get the best prices. Waterpros.net. That's .net. Waterpros.net. Now you want to hear about the best carpet cleaning out there. Yep. I'm going to say it. They've got a special going on right now that's unbelievable. In fact, Suzanne, we should call up Shane and see if he'll give us the difference in a refund, because we paid a lot more than this when we called up Zero Res. But, man, these guys come out. It dries quick. They have this patented technology in the water that gets rid of the dirt without using all the soap and all the stuff that leaves residue. It's safe. It's effective. In fact, it uses less water than traditional cleaning. It basically attracts that dirty residue and gets rid of it. But the fast drying was a super plus for me with pets and kids. But this deal they have right now, especially right before Thanksgiving coming up, this is crazy. If you haven't had stuff cleaned for a while, your carpet's clean, you need to check them out. $119 for 3 rooms or 3 areas. $119. You can't go wrong with that. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150, or you can find them at referralist.com.
Winter is coming, but it's not too soon.
You know what I didn't like? When we're like, well, he says 1,000, you're saying only 500? Why would she just say, well, 500 towards rent and then 500 towards my... She did not want to give that up. That's odd.
Well, I'll tell you what's even odder than that. Guess what's on this ledger?
The utility.
The utility.
And that's what I said to Don. I said,
where is it on there?
I said, wait a minute, Don. I said, the utilities are right on her ledger. Here, I said, I don't see anything for that payment. He goes, no, we paid Excel directly. And I said, you didn't give the money to her? He says, we never give it to the folks.
Maybe this says income utility billing. Maybe they charge for water. Well, that'd be a lot of money for water.
I think that might have been for water.
Or gas.
Gas, that is what it's for.
Okay.
You're right.
So
anyway.
She owed all that for there. I don't know. She kind of, I don't know. I know people go, oh, you don't have empathy sometimes and shit. I was trying to just get to the bottom of it.
And she got on the defensive quick.
But compared to a lot of calls, I thought
I think she was scared. She's young. And like I told Mark, she never called the show before. She had no idea what the process would be. And I think she was embarrassed or surprised by the process.
But no one knows who she is.
Yeah,
but you're right. I get it, Doc. You've got a good point, which is fucking seldom.
The fact that she's not made one iota of an effort of paying her rent. September 1st, her last effort was from the charity.
But she just said the last 6 weeks she was,
How come you're gone 6 weeks for a funeral? I
mean,
I'm no
Well, of course.
Well, it wasn't 6 weeks for a funeral. It was the medical and 3 funerals. When was her last paycheck?
It's been since September 1st, that's for sure.
She got the paycheck and not paid any rent? Let's find that out.
She's hung up. Didn't you hear the dial tone?
I did.
She's gone, she's like...
She didn't like the interrogation.
We have a number for her, right?
I don't know. Actually, we do, yes.
Can I call her off the air and talk to her? Would that be okay?
Of course you can.
All right.
In fact, Suzanne will have the phone number right on this.
Okay.
That's a good idea. In fact, let's talk about that on here.
I would like to just calm her down.
I'll be honest. Compared to a lot of people that call in, she's got a lot more going on than most.
Right. So let's, she's
having the same job for 5 years is pretty fucking good.
Plus, she's from Mississippi, which means she's only got an IQ of 12 or 13. So that makes a big difference. And honestly, I think that you being an assertive personality scared her. She's from the deep south. She's not used to assertive people.
Yeah.
High energy conversation of any kind.
What's that?
And she's not used to high energy conversation.
I found that out in my practice. There was a guy who I won't mention who was from Georgia. Very laid back, very southern gentlemanly. And he and I would have patients who couldn't deal with his laid backness and would come to my office. And patients who couldn't deal with my New Yorkness would go to his office because they needed somebody who was slow and methodical, and other patients who just wanted, okay, I can't, just get to the point, tell me what's going on. And we would talk about it, the fact that different people need different personalities.
Oh. This must be a 15er or so.
I think Mark scared the shit out of her.
Oh, get out of here!
Not that you're scary, Mark.
All right, 303-713-8255. We were talking to the break. I asked Doc, I said, Doc, what the heck do you think, man? She hung up. I've got to ask questions. People listening to this show and listening to me for a long time, my goodness, I thought I did pretty damn good. What's your assessment of Megan?
My assessment was she's young.
Yeah.
She's scared.
Yep.
She's from the South.
Yep.
And I think that you have an assertive personality. And if you remember, she said she never listened to the show.
Yeah.
So she had no idea what calling up and asking for help would entail. And maybe she thought that she would call up and we'd send her the money without doing any background checks. I'm going to call her off the air.
I think that's a good idea.
Calm her down a little
Listen,
bit.
here's
get some info.
Doc, here's the bottom line. She's been at the same job 4 or 5 years.
Great for her.
That's good. I mean, honest to goodness, that's good. The second part that's not bad is on her ledger, and this ledger, when I talk about it, is directly from the apartment complex. I don't see any issues up until 6/1 of this year. So for 18 months, roughly, I don't even see a late fee. I don't see any problems. The only thing I really didn't like is when I said, how much did that guy give you? And he told us already, and this guy just called up. He listens to the show, says $1,000. She basically said $500. Now, maybe she got that a little mixed up.
I think she meant how much did he pay for rent? And I would like to know if she got a paycheck.
All right, let's
use that for rent.
I want you to call her after there. Brian's got a comment on the call, too. Brian, what's your comment, sir?
Well, she's a scammer. She wants to be a victim.
Now, wait a minute, Brian. The same job 5 years?
Well, a lot of people have the same job 5 years.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, not people that call up this show asking for money. The one that called up last Wednesday or Thursday, A, didn't have a job, B, or number 2, I should say, A, didn't have a job, 2, had charges pending for carrying a weapon as not as a fugitive, but as a felon. And on top of that, in the other part that killed me, she just got out of prison for meth, and she was up on meth charges again. So, honestly, this wasn't that bad. Why did you think she was a scammer, Brian?
Was she?
What?
How many months was she behind?
She's behind the last 3 months.
September, October, and November is what's demanded.
And November's right now, so really 2 months behind.
She's not paying nothing. So for 2 months, she's not trying to pay anything. She's not paying anything.
Well, you heard why, though.
She's all of a sudden crying about the landlord. It's not the landlord's her personal problem.
I think Brian works for Catholic Charities.
The people that own the place have to pay their bills just like everybody else.
Well, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. The whole goal, though, the whole goal was to see if she was already over the cliff, and she hasn't been. So the good news is, I mean, if she did want to go through the process, and we could help her out by talking to her landlord, maybe helping out with some payments, and get her on track to pay back, I think that would be the ultimate thing. And, Doc, that's what I want you to do. I don't know. Okay, listen, for people that listen to this show, I'm usually the one pointing out scams. For the life of me, I don't think she is that big of a scammer. Her history doesn't show it. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I think you're right, Mark.
Talib, hold on.
I think she's just confused.
You haven't given any
Smarty
comment
Marty
yet.
said scammer.
God, you know, how come generally I'm on the opposite side? Shannon, what do you think? Seriously.
Scam.
Oh, my God. So I'm getting hoodwinked? Now I'm the one getting hoodwinked? Usually Martino's getting hoodwinked. You're telling me I'm getting hoodwinked.
Mark, here's the big thing. If she got a paycheck and didn't pay the rent, scam. If she hasn't gotten a paycheck, or if she got a paycheck and paid partially, no scam.
All right, we'll figure out what's going on. You know what? Doc's going to talk to her tonight. You got to tune in tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Doc, I hope you have an update in the morning, because I'm dying to know. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm the one getting hoodwinked. Jeez, things have changed. Is this a COVID world or what? All right, don't forget, help@troubleshooter.com, referralist.com, 30